Hello, everyone. My name is Stopper, and welcome to Promises to Keep. This has been a game that I've been eyeing on itch for a bit now. It's been one that I wanted to play just because of the cover art. The cover art looked amazing. The character on the cover art looked very interesting because it looked like an animal I've never seen before. And yes, it's another furry thing, so yay. Don't judge me, please. Actually, judge me all y'all want. I don't really care. But I'm ready for this. If y'all are ready for this, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I don't know how long this is going to take. I got around 45 minutes to record here. And, well, if at the end of that 45 minutes I'm at a good stopping point for a video, I'll stop. Or I'll continue this game tomorrow. But yeah, I hope y'all are ready, so let's get straight into this. Start. I don't know if there's voice acting or not, so I'm probably going to be reading a lot, which is why I have water. Please enter your name. Whoa. Okay, that is a capital J. What does lowercase j look like? Oh. Huh. Your name will be... Okay. We're sorry to inform you that due to weather conditions, your upcoming flight has been canceled. Please log into our app or website to reschedule. The first word the main character says. How lovely. We just started. I had just laid down, fur still wet from the shower, luggage packed and ready to go. I was bracing myself for a short night of sleep, but now it looks like I have no flight to wake up for tomorrow. I stare at the cancellation message, silently willing it to change it to something else. Doesn't, of course. Pull myself off my creaking mattress, reaching blindly for the suitcase I placed next to my bed. I unzip it and fish out my pillow and an extra blanket. I wrap it haphazardly around myself and put the pillow under my head, not even bothering to make the bed properly. The phone buzzes again. An email from the airline, bringing another reminder of the cancellation. Yep, no escaping it now. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, the main character looks a lot more dead-eyed than on the cover. Look at him. He's Why are you staring at me like that? You're me, I'm you. Why do we feel angry about oh, I almost knocked over my water. About missing that flight and not being able to go? I was really looking forward to leaving. After a prolonged minute of staring into nothing, I begrudgingly opened my flight app. The bright colors of the loading screen beamed down on me. I roll over onto my side and watch the wind-beaten window. I said between. Jesus. I need more water. That thin sheet of glass keeping the blizzard at bay. What am I doing? There's really no point in trying to reschedule now. A snowstorm like this will put the entire city out of commission for a while. I take one last look at my phone. Low battery mode, 3% power. I know the feeling. Fly my arm over to the side. My arm? My arm. My arm? My arm. My arm. I said my arm. Okay. That's how we're talking today. I flop my arm over the side of the bed once again, pawing around for the charging cable. The phone buzzes lightly as I ping it in. Ping it in? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is my brain fried? As I plug it in and I flip over to stare once again at the window. Sleep finds me faster than I expect. At least in my dreams, I am somewhere else. I wonder if there's voice acting in this. There probably isn't, but I can wonder. Somewhere else? Didn't you want to live here? Didn't you promise all those years ago, all those people, that you'd return? Now that you're here, you can't wait to leave. Face it, you've returned. but you're not really living here. You're just waiting to die. Okay, so my character has stage 82 and a half depression. What a great way to... You know what? I'm gonna restart it and make it to where the main character's name isn't my name, because it's very weird that it's my name. I did that with Stranded, and it's still weird to read my name. And we're back. Um, yeah, the main character's name is actually Leo. That's his name, Leo. So we're playing as Leo, not me anymore. I shiver a little. Something feels off. Poke my head out of the tightly wrapped nest of blankets, my bleary eyes taking a few moments to adjust to the bright light peeking through the curtains. What time is it? Reach for my phone on my nightstand and sleepily sweeping my paw around my desk until I find it. I groan. It's on the floor now. Gradually roll over to the edge of the bed, so somewhat protected by my covers, raising my phone off the ground. Tap the screen to check the time. Nothing. I could have sworn I plugged it in. I get up, still swaddled in my blankets, step it over the window, I open the curtains, and... Oh my god. Wow. See, this... I love appreciating real artists so much. That's why I play a lot of visual novels. And why I'll keep playing a lot of visual novels, because they put so much time and effort into this. Into these. That a lot of, like, people don't enjoy. And it's so wonderful to just look at and enjoy, because look at all of this. All the snow, all the sidewalks, the houses. They had to, okay. They had to draw out the entire area outside first. And then they had to color it in, and then they had to draw in the big window frame in the middle here. Oh my god. I had known the storm was going to be serious, but standing in my frost-covered window, I'm greeted by a huge looming mountainous pile of snow. It had been ages since I had seen anything like this. Adjusting my cocoon to blankets, I reach out a paw and gently place it against the glass, feeling the chill seep into my paw pads. The view through my window was comforting in a way. It reminded me of childhood mornings, the unparalleled excitement of a snowy day, and the cozy security of a warm house in cold weather. I shiver again. Warm house. Look down at my still dead phone, then back up at the snow-encrusted window. My brain feels fuzzy and slow, unable to fully comprehend my situation. Wait. I turn and sweep into the living room, my blanket trailing behind me, and walk up to the thermostat on the wall. You gotta be kidding me. I can only see my reflection staring back at me in the temperature control panel. Face itself blank and devoid of light. The power is out. Suddenly it strikes me just how cold I am. How cold everything is. The air brushing my face to the floor beneath my footpaws. Footpaws? Power must have gone out at some point during the night. And with it, of course, the heat. Ooh. Paw corners? It looks like a cat toy. Are we a cat? We're probably a cat. I don't know, because the character looks a lot like a mixture of a lemur and a cat, or a leopard. With a coloring in the tail, mainly, for the lemur. There's a Nintendo Switch. Or, excuse me, probably a Nintendo bitch. For a few long moments, I stand completely still in the corner of the living room, attempting to process this turn of events. I trudge over to my fridge and open it out of instinct, but I'm quickly reminded that I cleaned it out last night. Probably for the best. The thing is useless without power. We ain't got nothing to eat either. Jeez. Defeated, I slowly walk to my chilled, easy chair and sit, unsure of what to do. Clearly out of this mess, all I can do is start to daydream. Who's that? I wonder if he's still there, during the storm like everyone else. Who am I kidding? I've been back here a whole year and been no sign of him. Not that I've actually scoured the city for him, but I've just been so busy. Work has been so busy. Work has been so busy. Jeez. Life just got in the way. I'm jolted out of my thoughts by the doorbell. Hey, who's at my door? Let me wallow in shame. Let me cry. Let me clean up the trash, please. Can we get the popcorners in the coffee cup right there? Why does the coffee cup have a straw when it's a hot cup? Startled, first standing on end a little, I craned my neck, trying to see the visitor through the frost-caked window. When that fails, I finally uncurl myself from my chair and step quietly toward the door. Peeking at the people, I can see nothing, just a white haze, must be covered with snow. I jump as a knock sounds once again, right next to my head. Hello? Anyone in there? My name's Theodore, and I live down the street. I'm just checking to make sure you're okay. Theodore. Yeah. Yes. I remember running into him once or twice on the way to work. An Arctic fox, about 10-ish years older than me? Jesus. How old are we? I reach out a paw to open the door, then realize I'm still swaddled in blankets. Frantically shed my sheets and scramble around for a coat, cursing as I knock down on the floor. When I'm finally ready, I cautiously open the door. And the wind hits me like a truck. My fur fluffs up and I curl into my jacket, shivering. And expected my thick snow leopard pelt to make my safe from the wind, or a snow leopard, but clearly I was wrong. The bundled up Arctic fox stands at my door, a paw stretched to knock again. Yeah, look at this dude. Probably in his mid to late 30s. Just by looking at him. He looks older though. He looks like he would be in his 40s with the eye bags around, but I'd say mid 30s to mid to late 30s. Maybe early 40s. Yeah, look at the I love it. Oh. Oh. Hello. Sorry, a surprise visit. Leo, right? I nod dumbly, too cold to give him a proper reply. He looks me up and down, concern plain on his face. Checking up on my neighbors. I understand a lot of people lost power last night and stops mid-sentence and takes a tentative step forward. You mind if I come in? Then we can shut the door. You look like you're freezing. I take a guilty look behind me as I stare at the living room. It's a little messy, but okay. I step backward and let him shut the door behind him. Thank you, Leo. Some weather we're having, right? Why are you at my house? Oh, right, you're checking in on my neighbors. You're checking in on the neighbors. Can't you leave me alone? Can't you see I'm cold? He gives me something between a grimace and a smile, clearly trying to lighten the mood as I shiver next to the door. He lifts me up and down again. I nod once more, pulling my coat tighter around myself. I miss my blanket cocoon. Oh, how can I help you? Reading this makes me feel cold. Let me get in the mood. Let me pull on my blanket. Hold on. Yo. Come here. It's fighting me. Help. Help. The dark one's buff. Help. Oh, how can I help you? Well, I'm hoping I can be the one to help you. His eyes scan the room, landing on the dead thermostat and the piles of blankets on the floor. Ignore the blankets. Don't touch them. I haven't cleaned them in a few days. A few years. Decades. I wince internally, thinking about what a mess the place is. It's looking like this whole side of the street lost power. As I understand it, the snowstorm knocked over a tree, which in turn uprooted an electric pole. Sigh. I hate it when that happens. I don't think this happened in Florida. My ears droop. My ears droop. That's pretty serious. My eyes, he locks eyes with mine, then his voice gentle. Yes, I'm afraid it is. I'm sorry, but it looks like most of the neighborhood will be out of power for a few days at least. Oh. days? How am I supposed to play on my PlayStation 5? A few days? Panic starts to bloom in my chest. It was already freezing my ass off, and it was only going to get colder. Theodore seems to notice my alarm and gently reaches out to place upon my shoulder. I feel his warmth through my shirt, seemingly the only source of heat in the whole house. Whoa. Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. Crap. Sorry about that. Okay, I think I'm good now. Let me try drinking water again. Okay. I'm fine now. Oh, I got water in my beard. Leo, please don't worry. I would be happy to house you until your power comes back on. That's why I'm here. I'm sorry if the cops are loud. I really am. His voice draws me back to the present, and I look up at him. I still have electricity and an extra room for you, with heating, of course. I'm actually housing a few other people as well, neighbors from this side of the street. Ah, great. We're about to be put in here, and then the dude that we were thinking about earlier is gonna pop up. Watch. I can guarantee. That's how these usually go. You are more than welcome to join us for however long you need. I'm beginning to start turning my head. For this, Theodore and I seldom spoke. Seldom? Hold on. Learning new words with stopper. Again, guys. Seldom definition. Not very often, rarely, or on only a few occasions. And now he's offering to house me? Didn't have any reason to be skeptical, but I know this might sound like it's coming out of nowhere, but we haven't had a winter this bad in quite a while. Neighbors should look out for each other and for one another in times like this, right? Times like these, right? A group of random people, another person's house, someone I didn't really know. And the crowd we've got is pretty friendly, I promise. His tone is warm, inviting, and absolutely genuine. I take one more look at the dead thermostat, and it stares back at me vacantly. Well, seems to say, what other choice do you have? I take a deep breath and regain my voice. Okay, sure, if you don't mind. I'd love to stay at your place, at least until my power comes back. Theodore beams at me, clearly pleased. Glad to hear it. Why don't you gather some of your stuff to bring over, and let me know if you need a hand. No, I've got it covered. Just give me just a sec. I walk briskly to my room, heart pounding. Why? Enter my room and grab my luggage I carefully packed yesterday. Crap. It's so much colder in here than I realized. Trembling slightly, I take one more quick look around, slipping my dead phone and its charger into my pocket. I knew I was set on leaving this room and this house behind today, but I didn't expect it to happen like this. I exhale shakily, remembering to breathe. My voice cracks are gonna make me start crying. I had never been to Theodore's place, to be honest. We had barely spoken about this encounter. Before this encounter. Why did I say about? I'm not even sure I know which house is his. I begin to worry in earnest now, twisting the handle of my luggage between my frozen paws. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I was supposed to be on a flight going far away. Come on, Leo. You don't have time to mope or to panic. I chastise myself lightly, remembering once again to breathe. How is it so easy to forget? I look down and realize I'm still wearing last night's clothes. I should probably change real quick, especially if I'm going to be meeting new people. Oh god. Just keep moving. That's all you have to do. I can't read. I take one more deep breath and release the handle of my bag. Just be normal. Oh, Theodore's on his phone. Oh, nobody's looking up. Also, I hope you know, Theodore, if anyone over there has any sort of freaky games installed, tell them to let me check it out. Theodore looked up from his phone as I returned to the living room, glancing at my full luggage. All packed? Anything you need me to carry? No, I think I've got everything I'll need. It's just down the street. I can always come back. Fair enough. Ready to go then? I give the place one final look around. Looks back at me, cold and painfully familiar. Yeah, I think I am. I suggest a warmer coat, and you'll definitely need snow boots. Huh? Mine's still fuzzy from the weather. I pause and look down at my clothes and back up at Theodore. Look, I've been walking around in it all day. The wind is plain nasty, and the shallowest snowdrifts are thigh-high at least. I know we both had some serious winter padding, but this storm is something else. Oh, of course, snow boots. I shake my head violently to clear my brain fog, but all that it does is give me a headache. Alright, sorry, let me just... Theodore flashes me a warm smile. Take your time. I putter around the messy room, collecting my thickest coat and sturdiest boots. My paws twitch slightly at how cold they are. Felt like everything in the house froze overnight. Including my brain, I guess. I quickly zip up my coat and button over the zipper, then begin struggling with the boots. There we go, that's more like it. I try to give him a smile back. Ready to go. Promise this time. Ah! My whole room turned white. Ah! Oh. This looks wonderful. Look at this. I love this. I love this art, dude. The snow stretches out in front of me, pristine, fresh, and almost paw print free. I take a few steps, disrupting the nearly perfect surface with my heavy boot-clad paws. Despite Theodore's warnings, I grab slightly as my legs sink in past the knee, cold slush seeping into my jeans. I lift my head slightly, and the snowfall seems to slow for a moment as I take in my surroundings. Yeah, this is one of the main pieces of art that got me into this. Look at how cute. I love this. Thumbnail. Shebang. Might be thumbnail, might not be. In that lingering moment, the world seems so quiet, dampened by the hush of winter. It's beautiful. Someone send me a message. My bad. Then lingering. Okay, I read that. Fat flakes dance around me on their way to the ground, piling higher and higher around my submerged boots. I resist the urge to stick my tongue out like I did as a kid as I watched them descend. I truly can't remember the last time the city has been this silent. Where's my bag at? Is it in the snow? Because both my hands are in my pockets and it doesn't seem like I'm wearing a backpack. Am I wearing a fanny pack? I could be. Just as riding surprisingly low on my hips. The snowflakes start to accumulate on my snout, on my shoulders, on the sides of my coat, wherever they can find purchase. My snout starts to sting, yet my other senses feel so muffled. For a single precious second, the world seems to stop turning. All is silent, calm, and still. And then the wind picks up again, and the sweet, beautiful snowfall starts to blow directly into my face and eyes. Ha! Can't you see I'm legally blind? Ah! It's in my eyes. It's in my nose. I think it's in my lips. I hiss in pain and hike up the hood of my coat. The howling gusts tear at the fabric, trying to rip it off and ruffle unchallenged through my fur. Someone keeps sending me notifications. It's like nature itself was reminding me of its permanence. Feel the weight of my cold phone in my pocket, a victim to the wrath of the storm. I think of the plane I was supposed to board, grounded by the weather, buried like the cars on the street. I feel helpless too, taking it all in. Speck in the endless white ocean, whose tide could so easily sweep me away. I would be powerless to fight back. Did I just hear walking? Then a steady paw on my shoulder pulls me out of the thought of my thoughts. Hey, you alright? He's nearly shouting over the sound of the wind. Pull your hood up, dude. Turned to face him, blinking and shaking the snow off my face. The gust waned slightly and I managed to get a few words out. Yeah, I'm just adjusting. I mean, I was born and raised here, but I don't ever remember seeing snow like this. Theodore nods. As far as I can remember, this is the worst it's ever been. I believe it. Cold starts to pierce through my layers and I can feel a creeping wetness spreading underneath my socks. No! Okay, we need to get inside. I hate wet socks. Theodore seems to be surveying the area as well, but I get the feeling that he isn't just taking in the scenery. It'll be days, I think, before they can get the plows through here, and it's obviously still piling up, so you can hear the worry creeping in his voice as he looks up and down the street. I look past into my car, parked in the driveway, or at least what I think is my car, only a vague shape is visible beneath the snow. But that's for future us to worry about. He imbues his voice with some forced cheer, starts wading through what I assume is a sidewalk. For now, let's just get to someplace warm. I'm freezing my tail off out here. He leads the way and I follow closely behind him. We walk slowly. The wide, lopping gate. What? Lopping. Lopping hackamore? To lope means to run, walk, or ride with a steady, easy pace, characterized by long, relaxed, and bounding strides. Okay, we're loping through the snow. Foot paws testing for shallow spots, doing our best not to topple over. After only a few steps, I start following Theodore's trail exactly, tired of wading through the thick, high drifts. The thick, high? Hello? Thigh-high drifts. We walk quietly, both of us devoting most of our attention to staying upright. I wasn't really in a conversational mood anyway. For some reason, it felt wrong to talk too much out here. Yeah. Did I mention already that I love this art? The art is just so amazing. I love every bit of it. Sorry, I'm like trying to tell someone to leave me alone in the best way I can. For some reason, it felt wrong to talk too much out here when I was speaking. We could choose not to listen, but we shouldn't interrupt. After a minute or so, Theodore turns back to me and points towards a nearby house. This one's mine. I blink in surprise. It's huge. For some reason, I hadn't expected him to own the biggest house on the block. We walk up the partially shoveled porch steps, and he fishes a key ring from his coat pocket. I'll need to give this another shovel tomorrow. People will be coming and going. Turns the key and opens the door. We both hustle in and hurriedly shut it behind us, eager to escape the chill. Ooh, they made a remix. Imagine this isn't imagine this wasn't like a slice of life game. Instead, it was like a horror game where we go in here and we're in like a room with a bunch of serial killers. No, not the killers of cereal. That's the worst thing we could think of. The warmth in the living room is heavenly, courtesy of a robust heating system and a merrily cracking fireplace. I can feel my muscles finally begin to relax in response to the welcoming heat. I don't think I realized just how cold I had been until this moment. We're back, Theodore calls out as we enter the house, but I don't hear a response. He must be busy. Oh well, you can meet them later. As I struggle to remove my snow-filled boots, I can't help but ask, how many others are here? A smile returns to Theodore's face. He seems to have no shortage of those. Counting you, I'm expecting 5 guests in total. He sheds his coat and holds out his paw to take mine. Ah. Why is he trying to take my hand? He wears green. He brushes off the clinging clumps of snow and hangs them neatly on a nearby rack. Some of them are just gathering their things. Not too many. Not too many. then I wasn't sure what to expect. But I don't know if I could have handled something like a group of 10. Please, sit down. Gestures to a couch in front of the fire, and I readily fall into one of the seats. This is a tempting urge to immediately curl up into the warm cushions. Theodore looks me over again and continues. Anything to drink? How about some warm tea? I prepare to leave myself. Suddenly notice how wet my pant legs are, and guiltily shift them off the couch. I think I'm good. To be honest, kind of feel bad intruding in the first place, so... Theodore raising an eyebrow. Hey. Wait. He's ready to throw hands. I'm just drinking water. I'm just drinking water. That's it. Please. Now I'm going to stop you right there. As long as you're staying here, what's mine is yours. I promise you, there is no reason at all for you to feel bad or guilty. It's not as if the power outages are your fault. What's yours is mine? Can I have money? Please? $30. Speaking of, felt how cold it was in your house. Must still be freezing. Please let me bring you one more mug of tea. Alright, you got me. Some hot tea sounds wonderful right now. That looks a bit odd. It's still cool though. It looks very odd. It must be because of the paw pads. Excellent. I'll be back in just a second. He turns and begins to walk through the kitchen. Theodore? Stops in the door and turns. Thank you for all of this. It's my pleasure. Please, call me Theo. Okay, Theo. As Theo walks off in the kitchen, I remember the dead phone weighing on my bed in my pocket. I scanned the room for an outlet. The living room was pretty well lit, much neater and more welcoming than my place when I still lived there. Do I still live there? I wonder where I'll be after the storm settles down. Find a suitable spot near the couch and start charging my phone. Wonder if I'll have any messages, or if it will just be updates on my canceled flight. A automated text sent by a computer. Then I hear paw steps as Theo returns to the living room, 2 steaming mugs in paws. Here, it's my favorite brew. White tea with chicory root, hibiscus, coriander, some other flavors. I think you'll like it. Ooh, hibiscus. I say, as if I know what hibiscus is. What is hibiscus? Should I know? All I know is that the second coffee talk is named Hibiscus and Honey. It's like it. I hold the mug towards me as he sits, and I reach out to grab it with both paws, hungry for its warmth. Thank you. I lower my head to give the tea a sniff. It smells like tea. I guess I don't really know anything about tea. While I lean in for a sip, Theo slips his phone out of his pocket. It tastes floral? Hints of citrus? It's pretty good, actually. I start to give a compliment, but Theo speaks first. You know the Raptor at number 42? I'm trying to get him to join us here, but he wasn't... Hey, hold on. Did you say Raptor? Did you... Say that again? Do you know the raptor? There's a raptor? Help? Why is there a raptor? I don't know why, but I just realized if you type fear in Discord, it for some reason shows the biting lip emoji. I've been trying to get him to join us here, but he hasn't responded to my text. Didn't answer the door when I knocked earlier. Not really. I mean, I don't have his number or anything. I trail off lamely, hiding my snout in my snout in my mug. A few seconds of silence pass as Theo continues typing. I'm texting a friend of his, Artemis. He's the bird in number 60. The two of them are pretty close. He'll also be staying with us. The bird. Artemis. What bird? Watch him be a firehawk or something. I'm not trying to sip my tea as quickly as possible. Felt pretty bad to admit that I didn't know any neighbors at all, especially when Theo has gone out of his way to be so kind to me. You know, I think I'll just head over there again. This cold isn't good for scaly folk, and I want to make sure he's alright. Sounds good. You want me to tag along? Theo takes one look at me, tail wrapped around my soaking wet pant legs, clutching my mug to my chest. No, you still need to warm up. Just stay put, and I'll be back soon. Nod, immensely grateful. I was in no rush to charge back into the storm. Can't read. I can't read. I can't read. The raptor's still taking me aback. Stay safe. And, I like tea. I hold up my mug and give him a smile. Feel free to pour yourself another cup. I'll be back before you know it. Door swing shut. I'm left alone with my tea and my thoughts. With a few more sips, I felt the comfortable heat start to seep into my core, slowly spreading throughout my body. I pull my still frozen foot paws up onto the couch, and I peel off my wet socks, tucking them into my side pocket of my bag. As the minutes pass, I start subconsciously prepping for company, my eyes fixed on the front door, waiting for it to open. I can do this. I can be normal. They'll come in through the front door any moment now. Then I hear a door shut somewhere else in the house. I nearly jump off the couch, startled by it, before remembering the other house guests. I just hadn't expected them to be here already. I took a deep breath and puffed out my tail, switching back and forth. Ugh, why am I so jumpy? I hear the gentle tap of paws coming down the flight of stairs, the sound getting louder. I sit up and prepare to meet whoever is coming, tucking my tail behind me to hide my nerves. Theo, I just got a text from Artemis saying that the mysterious guest comes into view. Oh, look at him. He's the other dude that's on one of the main things. This has to be the friend that we are missing. This has to be. Look at the colors on this. He stops mid-sentence, making eye contact with me, and gasps loudly, an audible mix of shock and wonder. Leo? My heart beats even faster. Those ear and fur patterns were unmistakable. Can't be. Had to be. Rofi? My heart drops. I feel time slow down around me. The dog freezes, eyes wide. I knew it would happen, bruh. I said it would happen. He's clearly surprised. Can't fully read his expression. Did he have some sort of grudge against me? Why not say me? Why? What? Honestly, I'd understand if he did, given our history. We used to be the best of friends. Little memories flit across my mind. Vibrant colors of the tree in the town square, Ralphie, the tree and I all changing with the seasons. Smell of the playground grass during recess, freshly mown. The long nights we would spend talking, and the quickening beat of my heart when we would play fight. What? Especially when those fights turn into sleepy cuddles. This is, in my professional, unprofessional, stupid, dumb opinion, that is what I call legay. Last chocolate bar we shared before I left. Dark chocolate, bitter. Hardly any sweet. I love dark chocolate. Don't diss dark chocolate, bro. Been over a decade since I last saw Ralphie. Damn. Am I 30 then? How old is my character? Since my parents decided to uproot our lives and move across the... Oh, okay. I only broke the news to Ralphie a few days before the movers made their final trip to our place, grabbing the last of our things. Couldn't find a way to tell him without breaking his heart or mind. Leaving felt wrong. Felt horrible at the time. It felt horrible. At the time, it felt like I would never recover, and neither would he. After that terrible conversation, we spent our last few days trying to pretend nothing was wrong. Every time my voice cracks, I just close my eyes. The water isn't enough. We just couldn't bring ourselves to talk about it anymore. Then, just like that, I left. He couldn't even see me off. We chatted back and forth a few times, long distance. Talks grew less and less frequent until they stopped completely. He just wasn't a friend I could keep over the phone. Years passed, and I forgot. But then you remembered? Who keeps sending me messages? Perhaps I made myself forget. That's what I've always done with painful memories. Yeah, we're definitely gay. I can sense it in the quiet heartbeat. Single question settles like a lump in my throat. A childish question. A question the kid asks when they know they've done something wrong. Are you mad at me? I open my mouth to ask it, but Leo, it really is you. Yeah, look at him. Amazing. The bright orange dog barks and breaks into a sprint across the room, arms outstretched. I barely have time to react before he tackles me in a soft, fluffy hug, and we both fall back onto the couch, his momentum carrying us a bit too far. Then for a second, dazed, I feel him jump up from the couch. Sorry, it's been so long. Look at him. Oh. Look at his face. Oh. I love this so much. Look at him. Fluffy boy. Fluffy. This is another game that Jay from the Cub Scouts has to play. Jay from the Cub Scouts needs to play all these. You're really largely right. I didn't just hug some stranger. He really hasn't changed at all. He takes a seat next to me, eyes wide, filled with energy. Still reeling from the football tackle, I have had enough air in my lungs to respond. Yeah, it's me, Leo. Wow, it really has been a while. What, like 10, 12 years? He says this incredulously, counting on his paws. The guilt rises once again to the surface. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Hey, Leo, you okay? I blink a few times, unball my stiff paws, and force myself to meet his eyes. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while, you know? Trail off, watching his face closely for a hint of sadness, a twinge of anger, anything really. But his expression doesn't really change. To an unknowing observer, it would seem we were only apart for a weekend. It has been. But it's just nice to see you again, really. Genuine warmth in his voice comforts me a little. Maybe he really isn't mad? I feel the same way, really. Amidst all the craziness, it's nice to see a familiar face. Knowing that we'd have to breach his top kick at some point, I decided to take the leap. So, speaking of, what are you doing here? I winced a little, not the smoothest segue. That said segue. I think that looked like it said segue. I don't know how to read. I don't know if I told you all this, but I don't. But he takes my question and runs with it like the master conversationalist I remember. You'd never believe it. His voice practically drips with sarcasm. But I stayed here for all of high school and then for college, at the suggestion of my parents. Oh god, Ralphie's parents. Are they still the same? He rolls his eyes and nods. Yes they are. So you're still under their thumb? Ralphie puffs out his chest proudly. Actually, I moved out. Not as much, I guess? Eyes widen. His parents were the extremely overbearing type. They loved keeping him in the house and would always give him shit for just asking to hang out with me on the weekends. And they were okay with that? You moving out? Well, sort of. That didn't sound too convincing. There's no way they would just let him move out. Not if they were all the same people they were a decade ago. They kind of made it happen themselves, really. Notice his tone dropped slightly. I opened my mouth and closed it again, burning with curiosity but not wanting to pry. Okay. I'm gonna go check something. I heard something on my door. I think my cat's hungry, so I will be right back. It appears that I have run out of time for today. So, I'm gonna drop a save. We're gonna save right there. I'm gonna double save just in case. And now I will return next time. Oh. Next recording. It'll be possibly a few days for me, a few seconds for you guys. It definitely hasn't been 5 days. Anyways, I don't remember if I read it or not, so I'm gonna read it again. I opened my mouth and closed it again, burning with curiosity but not wanting to pry. I decided to prop it for now. I said prop it. I already need to take a sip of water. Can you tell I haven't read this much in a few days? I decided to drop it for now and let the room go quiet. Anyway, enough about that. It takes him only a moment or two to perk up. He's always had the ability to lighten up a conversation, and I was always jealous of that. I am still jealous of it. Oh, there's something in my sock again. No. What are you doing back at this time of year? Missed me so much as you traveled through a snowstorm to see me? I was just urged to flinch. Best to tell him the truth now, it will come out eventually. Actually, I've been back nearly a year. Oh no, the music went quiet. A year? Oh no. He's angry. Why haven't I seen you at all then? I fold a little into myself and drop my gaze so I can tell he's surprised, not upset. Thank God. Not sure I could handle an upset Ralphie right now. Or ever, really. Well, we just kind of lost touch after a while. And I figured we were both busy with school and work and all that, so I wasn't sure how to get in touch with you anyway. My excuses were feeble at best, but Ralphie remained just as chipper as ever. But you thought about me at least. Phew, that's a relief. Glad I wasn't just a poor forgotten soul. Imagine little old me being lost forever in the depths of your mind. Draws out his last words dramatically, then sticks his tongue out at me. He delivers his quips with the same energy I remember from childhood. That's all that's happened. They would take some getting used to again. Now that I've verbalized it, I guess I did think about him from time to time. Honestly, more than that. Hell, I was thinking about him this morning. How could I not, given how close we'd been? I think I was putting off our meeting because I had expected it to be painful. I had expected anger or tears But we really seemed to be picking up where we left off. I just remembered that there's a raptor in this. I'm scared. Well, I'm surprised I haven't seen you walk around then. I always go on afternoon walks and I feel like I know almost everyone who lives here. Well, I don't get out that often. Oh, I bet. Let me guess. Grocery haul once a month? Hey, come on. Hurts because it's true. I try to mumble something witty in response, but it falls flat. I'm right, aren't I? I still don't understand why you choose to stay in when your parents always let you go out whenever. Well, it becomes a lot less special when you can do it anytime, you know? Sure, but having the freedom beats being trapped in the house every weekend of your childhood. He was right. When we were kids, he spent pretty much every weekend stuck upstairs in his room. Every Saturday, I would always try to sneak him a treat through his window. I would buy 2 of the same candy the mall was carrying, and we would walkie-talkie each other from across the street, critiquing our little snacks like we were on TV. I used to do the same thing, because I'm autistic. He got really good at catching candy from his second floor window. That was our Saturday night ritual. We'd always eat dinner extra fast so he'd have more time to enjoy his secret dessert with me. But now it seems like we've completely switched our house leaving habits. How ironic. Simpler times, huh? I don't miss them as much as you. You were probably the only one that made it bearable back then. I feel my face warming up. I hadn't expected such a compliment. Okay, you be. Ha! You're blushing. I can't believe I can see it through your fur. He reaches out to playfully poke my cheek, but I bat his paw away, more amused and annoyed. Sticks his tongue out at me again and swishes his tail slowly. So, what did you get up to when she left? He always did have a talent for tonal whiplash. Guess that hasn't changed either. Well, not much. Nothing much. Moved to a new city, went to a new high school with new people. I bet you were super popular. Everyone here loved you. One look at his face told me that he wasn't being sarcastic. Are you kidding? You were always the popular one. It wasn't a contest. I promise, we all missed you lots after you moved. I don't believe you, but anyway, my new school was really different. Way, way bigger. Even the teachers were overrun by the size of our class. I mean, I guess I made a few friends, but I never really connected with anyone there. To be honest, I was counting on the days so I could move away to college. Back then, I just wanted to be somewhere else. Has that changed? I pushed the thought away. And was it better? College, I mean. Yeah, it was. This is gonna sound cheesy, but it helped me find myself a bit, you know? Ralphie's ears perfect. What? Perk up and his smile widens. I know how to read, guys. I know how to read. So, Leo, tell me, who are you? He mimes a microphone and holds it up to my face. Well, the truth is that I realized I was queer. Yippee. It's not like I really tried to keep it a secret anymore, but something about telling Rafi was giving me a pause. Maybe the rush of old feelings and old fears clear my throat. But I forgot that I'm... Oh my god, look at his face. We both jump as something slams into the front door. Oh god, what happened? Is the freaking raptor guy gonna be like dead or something? Why am I getting that feeling? Why am I getting that feeling that someone is dead? What was that? Ralphie leaps up off the couch and speeds over to the door, leaning and peer through the people. Oh, it's Theo and Artemis and his friend. The door swings open to reveal Theo, or more accurately, Theo's arms holding two huge boxes. Ralphie and I back away from the door, letting him stumble into the house. There he is. He sets down the boxes near the coat rack, clearly out of breath. What is all this? Theo catches his breath. I hear a soft, timid squeak. A scaly, crested head pops into view from behind Theo's hunched form. Oh, that's the raptor guy? Okay, I'm not afraid anymore. I thought he was gonna be scary or something. I'm not afraid anymore. He looks kind of like Alphys. Or Alphys, whatever her name is, from Undertale. But just raptor colored. Oh, sorry. That's my stuff. I wasn't sure if bringing all this was okay, but everyone insisted, and I figured that I would want my monitor set up here if I was going to be here a while, but I really didn't want to be a nuisance, and the flustered dino cut up by another voice, silky and smooth. Hey, relax. We already said it was alright for you to bring your things. I'm going to grab Hunter to help us with these, Theo says with a chuckle, once again shedding his snowy coat. There's no way I'm carrying them upstairs without him. Oh, a goth. Is that goth Mordecai? That's goth Mordecai! That's either goth or emo Mordecai. It could be both. Help. That can't be. That is just Mordecai. As Theo kicks off his boots, the source of the velvety voice comes into view, a bird. Some kind of blue jay was my guess. But he looks like he just came from some crazy music concert. And with only a few hoodies wrapped around his slight frame. How was he not cold in that? Both the dino and the bird are holding boxes. The dino is pretty much taken up by a massive computer monitor and the bird's filled with miscellaneous items. Oh, before I forget, Leo, Rafi, this is Oliver. Theo gestures to the dino and gives me a nervous grin. Theo then indicates the bird, and this is Artemis. Artemis is just... Artemis is literally just emo Mordecai. He's literally just emo Mordecai. If you look at that and you don't see Mordecai, he's gonna start crying about Margaret. Adjusting the box in his talons. Rafi, I think you and Artemis knew each other already? Rafi gives Artemis a smile and a wave. He nods again, looking slightly bemused. They'll both be staying with us as we wait out the storm. It's nice to meet you both. The other excuses himself to grab the mysterious hunter who I still have yet to meet. Rafi moves to shut the door behind us, scooping up one of the boxes and springing up the stairs after Theo. We have guests! Jeez, okay. As they both settle into the warmth, Artemis lets out a comical sigh. Definitely goth. He's so emo and or goth that he has beanie piercings. He got his beanie pierced. He's in all black. Mostly. But still. Look at him. Okay. As they both settle into the warmth... Okay, alright. That dog has too much energy. One of these days his treads will wear out. I clear my throat quietly, gearing up once again for small talk. So, you do know Rafi. Then, when did you two meet? I remember him saying he texted you earlier. I moved here pretty recently, but I always see him going for walks, and he usually invites me to join him. Typical dog behavior. Artemis starts to make his way to the couch as he talks, and Oliver and I follow. The bird and I both sit. Oliver gently pokes at one of the cushions with a claw, testing it, then joins us in front of the fire. Why was he testing it? Is it because... Is he heavy? He doesn't... I mean, he looks slightly chubby, but he's not, like, chubby... huge. He's chubby, not queso. Yeah, that does sound like Rafi. Always looking to make friends. By the way, you're Leo, right? Same Leo you went to school with? He's mentioned you once or twice. Another twinge of guilt, though not as strong as before. After all, Rafi hadn't really seemed upset earlier. Yeah, that's me. Nice. I'm usually garbage with names, so apologies in advance if I forget. No worries. Can I make sure I've got your names right too? I point at the Blue Jay. Artemis. Yep. And Oliver, right? The dino doesn't respond immediately. He shuffles a little in his seat, looking like he's deciding whether or not to correct me. What? Sorry, I'm wrong, aren't I? No. See the gears in his head turning, but, you can just call me Ollie, though. If you want. With Theodore in the room, I guess I just wanted to introduce myself properly first, rather than start with nicknames. Because, well, you know, he's our senior, right? I didn't want to leave with such a childish nickname. Dino loses steam as he talks, and his long-winded explanation trails off in a mumble. Yeah, he's Alphys. Just Alphys. Artemis cocks his head inquisitively. You know he goes by Theo, right? Does he? Ollie seems genuinely surprised by this. He begins gnawing on a talon thoughtfully. He's a nail biter? And he's not that much older than we are. What is he, 30-something? He's still got a few more years before assisted living. Dang. Can't help but snort at Artemis' joke. hiding my laughter behind a paw. He gives me a small wink, amusement playing in his eyes. Really? But he seems to have his shit together. Ollie mumbles, stuffing his claws deep into his hoodie pocket. Well, I still think Ollie is a cute nickname. Theo's a chill guy. I wouldn't worry about it. Artemis speaks firmly, but not harshly, and Ollie nods softly in response. From the look of it, these two have known each other quite a while. Something about their dynamic feels very comfortable, very lived-in. Fine, if it matters, I agree. They both look at me, Ollie in surprise, Artemis in gratitude. I'll admit, I don't know Theo that well, but I don't think he's the judgy type. He wouldn't have invited us all to stay otherwise. And I also think Ollie is a cute nickname. Oh, thanks. The raptor guy isn't scary. He's just the nerd. He's just the nerd. Stop messaging me, please. I'm gonna tell him to stop and then send him a picture of Ollie. The conversation is suddenly interrupted by two sets of paws coming down the stairs. Alright everyone, last introduction. Save the best for last. Hello, Hunter. Shit. Let me slick my hair back. Yo, bro. I see you're a raccoon, so you look trash. I'm trash. Bro, the allegations. I am never beating the allegations. Good Christ. Oh my god. Theo stands aside to reveal a raccoon with a warm, goofy smile. He raises his paw to wave, his shirt rippling over a layer of bulky, well-built muscle beneath. Take it off. Yo, name's Hunter. I'm in town for winter break, but he judges to the window. I don't know how that's going. Anyway, I heard there were boxes for me to carry. I figure he was an athlete or of some sort. Judging from his physique and the mention of winter break, he looks too built to just be a casual gym goer, at least. I wonder what his workout routine is for him to look like that. Artemis speaks up and motions to the boxes on the floor. We just need help with these three, the other one's mine. Sweet, something to lift. I watched him hoist two boxes up in the air effortlessly. I'll come back for the screen, don't want to damage that. I can plainly see the relief on Ollie's face. Oh, sorry, I didn't get y'all's names. Artemis. Oliver. Ollie stops mid-word, eyes flicking to Theo and back. Out of the corner of his eye, I see Artemis raise an eyebrow. And I'm Leo. Great to meet y'all. Be back in a sec. Take your time. Actually, hurry back. Follows Theo back upstairs. Each step he takes is as light and careful as when he came down. It's like the boxes didn't weigh anything to him. Did he really say sweet something to lift? What a guy. What a guy indeed. His tone is snarky but not malicious. He's showing off, I guess? Ollie chuckles nervously. But, I mean, he was nice enough to carry all the stuff I brought, so... Gosh, I really should have left most of it behind if I had... Ollie... Artemis interrupts him gently. Yeah, I said it was fine, remember? And you saw how excited Hunter was to have something heavy to carry. Practically did him a favor. Ollie seems to settle slightly in his seat, his nervous abating somewhat. Abating? What? What does that mean? Should I know what that means? Shit, I know what that means. Look, I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck on Hunter. Okay, abating. Abating meaning to reduce, lessen, or put an end to something. Right. Sorry. Nope. Then that gets a real laugh out of Ollie, showing off a mouth of razor-sharp teeth. Oh lord. He's so cute though. The bird looks up from his phone and makes eye contact with me. This is a little gamey and Ollie plays sometimes. Whenever he apologizes unnecessarily, I just say nope. It does help actually. Until I forget again. Yeah, until you forget again. Don't worry, I'll keep doing it. I hear Hunter come back down the stairs without Theo this time. Hey, Ollie. Theo wants to show you your room. I can see Ollie freeze up as he hears his nickname, but he tries his best to play it off. Oh, coming. I'll come too. Theo, you join us? I think I'll hang out here a bit more. It might be nice to get a moment to myself. Artemis gives me a lazy thumbs up and rises from the couch. He stretches his wings out a bit, then bends over to grab his box. See you later then. My freaking throat is dry. Stay hydrated, everybody. Me. And just like that, the living room goes quiet again. I exhale, remember to breathe, Leo, and settle back into the couch cushions. I hadn't really prepared for meeting so many new people in such a short time, and for reconnecting with an old friend, too. I take a moment to relish the silence, knowing it will be in short supply in the coming days. Sure enough, it wasn't long before more paw steps echo in the stairwell. I hear some audio coming from a phone, followed by a familiar soft giggle, and Rafi hops off the second last step and comes into view. Jeez, what is... Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry, there was something in my throat. Hey, Leo, what you up to? He makes his way to the couch and plops down, laying leisurely on his back. Just taking a breather. I didn't think I'd see so many new faces today. I know, right? Isn't it so exciting? Oh, I mean, yes. But it's also exhausting. I chuckle a little, and it turns into a yawn. I instinctively curl into the soft couch cushions. Okay, sleepyhead, enjoying your peace and quiet down here. Curl up even more, a mischievous smile spreading across my face. Sure I am. No orange dogs barking my ear off. Steady him carefully, testing the waters. But to my relief, commits to the bit, letting out an exaggerated gasp and throwing a dramatic paw over his forehead. Oh, then he gives me a cute pout. Oh, accompanied by the softest set of puppy dog eyes. How rude. And here I was, about to invite you to hang with me until dinner. Sit up, clearly a little interested. I was just gonna play a video game, lay around, you know? As I'm about to respond, we hear more paw steps on the stairwell. Hey, you two, it's you, the guy in the last box. Rafa and I both wave at him. Yeah, you've met Hunter, right? Just a few minutes ago, yeah. Hunter bends down to scoop up the cargo. Yep, we're best friends, already. Wow, Leo. For someone who leaves the house once a month, you seem to make friends pretty quickly. Forced a smile, wincing internally. If only he knew how wrong he was. Hey, maybe they've got all the practice they need. 100% friend rate whenever they meet someone new. I thought it was a dude. They both laugh, bouncing off each other's energy. The two of them together are silly, but I could see them being a bit much too. Oh dang. Hunter points to the last box lying forgotten next to the door. There's another monitor in that box? Hey, Leo, wanna grab that one for me? I don't want to carry too many fragile objects at once. And now you're stealing Leo from me? How could you? He nudges me playfully. See, I told you you were always the popular one. You can have them back after they get help with the boxes. We all gotta do our part around here, right? I can tell he's joking, but the comment still sends a jolt of guilt down my spine. Of course, I'll help once we get this settled, then. I'm interrupted by Theo shouting down the stairwell. Hunter, you got that box yet? Oh, that's our cue. We're coming, Theo. Scurry over and grab the remaining box, surprised by his unexpected weight. Hunter turns to Rafi, who's now making himself comfy on the couch, absorbing his phone. Don't have too much fun by yourself now. What? No, I'm coming too. Sticks out his tongue at Hunter and, in record time, jumps off the couch and zips past him up the stairs. Jeez, Usain Bolt over here. And there he goes. You know, I always said he should try out for track. You two know each other? I feel like I'm doing a bad job keeping up here. Yeah, same college. I mean, he's graduated, obviously, but we were buds. Makes sense. They seem way too comfortable around each other to have just met today. I should ask them about that sometime. Anyway, we're needed at the front line. Hunter bounds upwards, humming a Jonesy tune. As I start to follow, I take a moment to adjust my grip in the box, and my eyes fall on the numerous photos adorning the stairwell walls. Many of them of presumably Theo's childhood. Days spent camping, playing in the yard at the amusement park. One in particular catches my eye. Theo's 17th birthday, 2005. Dang! Okay. Okay. Did he grow up without a dad? Does that mean he has daddy issues? Oh no. Teenage Theo, lankier and less tired looking, and a tall, broad-shouldered woman, another Arctic fox, standing side by side in front of a new car. Or is that his sister? Maybe him and his mom? They look very alike in the photo, same fluffy white fur, similar face and snout. Someone had written on the photo, clipped cursive in the bottom left corner of the photo, Theo's 17th birthday, 2005. Theo was a cute kid, huh? I chuckle softly, adjusting my box again. Sorry, got distracted. Hey, no worries. Maybe we can ask him about some of these later. He'll have plenty of time to kill. I glance back at the photo of him and the woman. Their smiles are wide, bright, and unabashedly joyful. Jesus Christ, what is that word? Come on, man, let's not keep him waiting any longer. Sorry. I turn and follow Hunter's swinging ringtail up the stairs. It's brighter up here. Did the art style change? We find Theo leaning against the wall, phone in paw. So looking for others to join us? Theo looks up as we clear the stairs. Oh yeah, I'm just making sure no one else needs anything before it goes dark out. Hunter grins. You're a good egg, Theo. I nod heartily in agreement. Yeah, it's awesome that you're looking out for so many people. We all really appreciate it. Oh, well, Clears his throat, his voice a little huskier than normal. It's nothing, really. This is a big place. Might as well put it to use. And it has everything. Wi-Fi, food, electricity. Hunter fakes a little shiver. Oh, you're doing that? Say less. Getting that picture for later. Wait, what? Who said that? I'm saying these things. The demons. The demons are talking to me. The demons won't leave me alone. They won't leave me alone. The voices. The voices. The voices. Eating. Who wouldn't want to live here? Suppress a chuckle and roll my eyes at the Rofi-like performance. Oh, I'm happy you're making yourselves at home. Oliver is staying in that room down the hall. Rafi already ran past, as I'm sure you noticed. Alright, on cue, I hear his muffled roar of laughter. Theo leads us over and knocks gently to announce our presence. Come in. Here we are. The cop Mordecai's killing me. Theo pushes the door open. Artemis is sitting in the middle of the floor chatting with Rafi while he unpacks. Ollie, on the other hand, is scurrying around the room, holding 5 trailing cables in one hand and his phone in the other, muttering to himself. Just gotta put this here, and this cable should go on the desk, and oh gosh, who is texting me right now of all times? We interrupting anything? Oliver, are you, finding everything you need? Ollie doesn't reply, now engrossed in answering his phone. He's just getting organized, as hard as that is to believe. I'd say he moves faster than me, which, is pretty fast. Artemis gives Rafi a look. Yeah, I don't get the whole point of inviting me on walks if you're going twice my speed the whole time. Hey, I slow down for you sometimes. How magnanimous. I am forever in your debt. Though I enjoy their banner, and I can tell Theo is too, the heavy box is starting to take its toll on my arms. I open my mouth but struggle to break into the conversation. I sneak glance at Hunter, but predictably he doesn't seem to be struggling in the slightest. Anyway, that's good to hear. Just wanted to check in. Artemis, have you taken a look around your space yet? I know it's a basement, but I promise it's actually pretty comfortable. It's perfect for me. I don't need a lot of space. My eyes dart around the room, looking for a proper space to put this thing down. Use my grip and I feel a jolt of planes for my wrist. Great, it was nice of you to trade rooms with Oliver. I suppose it can get a little chilly down there. Whoa, you never showed me that kind of benevolence, Artie. I just know he'll be more comfortable up here. You can tell pretty minute differences in temperature. He gets anxious without any windows, too. Reaching my limit, I open my mouth to say something. But at that moment, I feel the box start to slip out of my paws. Oh, crap. Before I can react, the handle slides neatly from my grip and drops like a stone. Oh, fuck. I see a flash of movement as Hunter lunges just in time. Split-second reaction, he shifts his box into his right arm and leads to a half squat, perfectly catching the fallen item from beneath. Phew. Warn me next time you're going to drop an expensive piece of tech. Jesus, he's got 3 monitors? A man can dream. For a terrible moment, I just stand there, feeling the stares of everyone in the room boring into me. Even Ollie snapped out of his intense focus to watch. My ears flat and tight against my head. Oh god, I'm so sorry, so sorry. My voice braces the spell and Ollie zooms over to us, snatching the lid off the box and peering inside. He lets out a deep breath. Don't worry about it. Nothing's broken. Thank God. I was holding it just fine and then... No, please, don't apologize. No harm done. Really? Ollie smiles and meets my eyes. Incredibly, I believe him. I smile back gratefully. Yeah, no harm done. I was just messing with you. Although, I hope y'all know I can't hold this pose forever. Oh, sorry. Ollie hops over to the desk, swiping a number of objects off the floor. Ollie, I just organized the stuff you put there. You can't leave them both. You can leave both of them here on the desk. Thank you so much. Hunter straightens with ease, languidly walking the 2 boxes over and turns to Theo. Need anything else, boss? Oh, that's it for now. Though, we'll call you if that changes. Always at your service. Hunter walks out to the hallway, motioning for me to follow. Hey, I'm probably gonna head back to my room and relax a little. Want to join? Yes. 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 Ruffy gasps in mock indignation and is at my side and it's clutching my arm. No! 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 I knew you were trying to steal Leo from me. Ah, yes, Ruffy's famous puppy dog eyes. No! 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 Get out of here! As deadly as always. Go away! Oh, easy there. I'm no thief. Go away! We can all just hang out in my room. The more the merrier, right? No! There's this new game I want to try out. I only have 2 controllers. I open my eyes to ask why we can't just take turns, and then I realize I'll have to spend time with me alone, just the 2 of us playing video games like back in the old days. Hunter laughs and leans forward, committing to Radafi's bit. Don't be greedy, Rafi. You 2 have known each other for so long. They don't have to make up for last time. The raccoon gives me a knowing look, a twinkle of amusement in his eye. Yes, yes, yes. Seems like someone wants one-on-one time with you, Leo. You, please. But for real, it's your choice. Just know my door's always open too. Sophie giggles, breaking character for a moment, before snapping back into the lethal pout. Of course, be free to leave poor old Rafi behind. His eyes used to destroy me. Now I can see his laughter behind them. I don't think he'll actually be mad if I hang out with Hunter for an hour or 2. After all, we'll have plenty of time to spend together over the next few days, so however long this takes. It's really my choice. We all know who I'm picking. I'm gonna drop a save so I can come back to this decision later to clear it off. We all know who I'm picking. Rafi, look, I know that I've known you. I know that my character's known you for like years, okay? But I can't say no to this. You can't hold me at gunpoint in GTA 6 and tell me to pick you when there's this. Ah. Stay hydrated, everybody. I know Rafi wanted some alone time with me, but I wanted to get to hunt no hunter too. I turned into a raccoon. To be honest, I'm pretty tired, so relaxing in your room sounds like fun. Hunter pumps his fist in the air. Yes! Saying the fact that we literally just met, Hunter's enthusiasm was very flattering. Very sweet. Oh man, how are you all alone? Those eyes were dangerous, but having already made my choice, my resolve is strong, for now. I look pointedly at Hunter, avoiding eye contact with the sly dog. But it's already too late for the raccoon. Don't give me those eyes, you know I can't handle them. They stare at one another for a prolonged moment, locked in a deadly battle. When they suddenly break into Raccoon's laughter. You make it so easy. Well, but you could just join us, you know. Nothing is stopping you. But she seems to sit there for a second to chase his head. Yes, yes, yes! No, I've already been dying to play this new game. All my old college friends are picking it up, so I gotta get good at it. Besides, I think I'm too wired right now to just relax. That, I could believe. Some of the tension in my shoulders fades. He clearly wasn't upset. Well, don't be too good at the game, otherwise you'll just beat us every time. No promises. Ruffy turns to me with his trademark warm smile. I see you've become puppy art resistant since childhood. Very impressive. I'll just have to come up with some new tricks. Easy, have fun. We'll definitely have time to hang out later, Leo. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. With a flash of his orange tail, he's gone skipping down the hall. Yes. Dang. You say childhood? I'll go a long way, huh? Yeah, but he's a side character. Who's this? Who's that? Who is that? Why does he look like you? Yeah, it's a long story, actually. To be honest, I don't really want to get into it with Hunter right now. Kuhn nods, clearly picking up my... what? Reticence. Definition. Quality of being reserved, uncommunicative, or restrained in speech. The devs of this game are digging into the very bottom of the English dictionary to find these words. I don't know what that meant until now. Who uses these words? British people? Hey, no worries. Anyways, my room's just down the hall. As we walk down the hallway, I watch him hop from paw to paw, jumping to touch the ceiling with each movement. So we're looking at him from the back? Can I lower my gaze? What? Can't help but notice his toned legs every time he springs upward. I did lower my gaze. Yes. Now just put it full on screen. In my defense, they looked huge flexing to support his frame. Judging from their interaction earlier, he seems to be the only one here who can match Wolfie's energy level. Hunter stops in front of his room door and strikes a pose. And now, I present my humble abode, also known as the spare room. Jesus! Look at the weights! Trash animal? Oh my god, that's great. So he's still in college, it seems. He's got a pull-up bar on the door, bench press, incline bench. What's pec fly? How many of those do you do? Can you do more? Bent over what? Please? front squats, lunges. Oh, he sits on a workout ball. Wait, I take few. I take a few steps in and look around. A laptop and some folders are stacked neatly on the desk. On top of the stack sits a binder labeled Fall Semester in remarkable penmanship. The same perfect handwriting covers a few spare papers, presumably schoolwork of some sort. Spot a collection of dumbbells on a sturdy-looking workbench against the wall. The whiteboard perched above them catches my eye. Hunter's workout routine looks pretty serious. I think back to the box fiasco and my arms twinge in pain. His bed is made up neatly as well, from the perfect symmetrical blankets to the fluffed up pillows. Wow, it's so tidy. I get that a lot. Hunter works over to his bed and takes a seat. Don't believe everything you hear about raccoons. Oh, I'm not. I don't believe anything you say. I clear my throat and shuffle my feet, realizing how that first statement came out. He was right, though. I was expecting something closer to the chaos in Ollie's room, especially after seeing how my admittedly few sporty friends lived in college. Right. Sorry, my mind is open to the possibilities now. I mime a mind-blown motion around my head, which earns a smile from Hunter. Good to hear that. Feel free to take a look around. I'm just gonna chill here. By the way, mind if I play some music? Helps me chill. Go for it. Some kind of hip-hop R&B? Up-tempo, but still relaxing, with a strong beat. Seems fitting. Is that what he's playing now? Very quiet. Hold on, where are there's no settings menu here? Oh, crap. It's music, though. Yo. Oh. Ooh. I'll go to the desk, mostly just to admire the handwriting on the binder. Did you write this? Yeah. He beams proudly. When I was a kid, we had someone come over once a week to teach me to write like that. I'm happy I still got it. I resist the urge to raise an eyebrow. I had no idea that these kinds of people exist. I mean, a handwriting tutor? That feels pretty fancy. Oh, is he rich? I just lay on the dumbbells and workout bench again, and I can't help but ask, did you carry these through the storm? He laughs a little. Nah, just the dumbbells. I gotta stay in shape somehow, and a little snow isn't gonna stop me. Or a lot of snow for that matter. The bench was just lying around in Theo's basement, and he said I could use it while I was here. Just the dumbbells, huh? Unbelievable. Yeah, 220s, 230s, 240s, 250s, 275s. Hold on. 50, 180, 60, 40. The 40 plus the 60 is another 100, so that's 200. 280. Then 75 plus 75 is 150? Because 70 plus 70 would be 140. Plus the 10 would be 150. So 350. 350 plus 80. We take 30. We have the 80, 30, and 50. So to get, and then add the 50 to get 300. No, 400. Right? 100, 100, 150. 400. 430 pounds worth of weight. You carried that by yourself through a snowstorm. Oh boy. Same with that thing. Points at the medicine ball under the desk. You carried the medicine ball as well? How were you holding this stuff? Are you a circus magician? Though, I guess I should have given you a heads up. There's no actual chair in this room. Thea said there used to be one, but it broke. Hold the chest bed. There's still plenty of room next to me if you want to sit. Yes. Please. I was underestimating a little. Raccoon's limbs were taking up most of the space. I'd have to get pretty close to him if I want to sit. Yes. 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 But I guess it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, if he's comfortable offering, then I don't mind sharing the bed with him. I nod and take a seat next to him, sinking in just a little. The mattress is nice and firm. Memory foam, maybe? Think of my creaky old mattress at home and settle in further. I could get used to this. Anyway, sorry, what were we talking about before? Your tidiness, I think. Well, you can stop if I'm prying too much. Nah, I don't mind. My parents only started pushing me towards athletics in high school, so I wasn't really sporty for most of my life. And they always wanted to keep our house spotless. Houses? Houses. Multiple? So I grew up being super conscious about neatness and cleanliness. Did he say houses with an S? Hello? I make a mental note of that and continue the conversation. That's interesting. I feel like I knew all the college athletes I've known already started when they were kids. Yeah, my journey was a little unique there. I always tried a bunch of different things. Well, my parents made me, but still, and none of it ever really stuck until high school. I see, and I stopped mid-sentence, realizing I didn't actually know what sport he played yet. He raises his eyebrow and smirks mischievously at me, clearly waiting for me to guess. Track and field. I don't know about track. I don't feel like you do gymnastics. Track and field? I don't know, track and field? Hunter snorts and bursts out laughing. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know, gymnastics? Hunter looks at me, clearly a little surprised. He's a gymnast. Okay. Bet. Hey, I'm just saying right now. I'm gonna say this right now. If he was my gymnast, dude, my gym coach thing, whatever people call those, I wouldn't be fat. That was totally a guess, right? You didn't cheat? No. I stick my tongue out playfully at him and he snickers at my reaction. I guess you and Rafi are old friends. Maybe he was rubbing off on me. Meeting him had activated some of my old habits. Okay, well, do you like it? I mean, yeah, it's fine. I guess I can view it more as a way to stay fully fit. It just requires so many muscle groups and movements that you end up bulking every part of your body in some way. And the perks don't hurt either. Perks? Well, my school treats its athletes really well. We usually get good scholarships, private trainers, an exclusive dining hall and gym. Hold up. You get a dining hall all to yourselves? Yep, it's hidden somewhere on our campus. Secret location and everything, but I mean, they don't check student IDs, so you can just walk in there if you know where it is. You just have to look the part of the athlete. They have private chefs that cook hot meals for us and dietitians on site to help us hit nutrition goals. And the rest of us are stuck eating garbage. Suddenly I feel cheated out of my tuition money. You didn't already feel cheated by everything else? Honestly, ancient professors reading off pre-made lecture slides and calling that class. I've never been more bored in my life. And not like I'm ever going to need most of that information. It's just a waste of time. But whatever, I'm not paying much attention anyway, so I can't really complain. He shrugs and throws his arm behind his head, flopping backward onto the bed. I sit silently for a few moments. That was the most negative emotion I'd heard him express yet. I was admittedly curious about how much tuition he actually did pay, but definitely didn't feel comfortable about asking him about it yet. I decided to change the subject. So, how long have you and Ralphie known each other? Oh, that puppy dog? We've been friends for a bit now, like 2 years? He was actually my tutor when I was a freshman. We get private tutors to make sure we maintain our grade minimums. And I was lucky enough to get Rafi as mine. The more Hunter speaks, the more apparent it becomes that I should have traded my academic aspirations for a collegiate sport. So that would make this your junior year? Yep, I know he's older than me, but he gives off so much puppy energy. Those eyes. No kidding. I'm surprised I was able to resist earlier. What a mild coincidence. Rofi and Hunter went to the same college, and now all three of us are staying in the same house. It's almost too weird to be true. Yo, you look a little uncomfy. Raccoon's voice breaks me out of thought. He makes a show of nestling into the pillows onto the headboard. A thing like that might be murder on your back. He says that right as I even remember to fix my posture. Okay, what do you suggest then? With a big smile, Hunter pats the spine on the bed next. Yes! 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 Here, come lay down. I know we just met, but I feel comfy around you. Besides, there's really no good way to sit on this bed without killing your back. His voice is teasing, his eyes playful. Yes? For a long moment, I'm completely silent, heart kicking into high gear. Yes? What do I say? Sorry, a little too forward? No! No, it's not! I'm back. Sorry, I had to go get some more water. Oh. No, 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 no! I was laying around with my bros all the time. It's not a huge deal. Yes, yes. I guess he's right. Things were just happening a little fast is all. Just relax. Turn back at him. You're bros, huh? Yeah, my teammates. Straightest dudes I've ever met, but they're not toxic about it. Oh, really chill, guys. If I'm being honest, I feel a little relieved that Hunter didn't immediately mark me as queer. Or at least, it seemed like he hadn't. And would it really matter anyway? Okay, whatever, let's go for it. I twitch my tail out of the way and roll onto my back, scooching up the length of the bed until I'm next to him. I can taste his scent in the air. It's warm and masculine, like a pleasant hint of some fruit I can't identify. Way too complex to be a normal deodorant. Are you wearing cologne? Huh? Oh, yeah, I use whatever stuff my parents get for me when I'm out working out anyway. For some reason, they don't like when I use deodorant, but I'm literally an athlete. I don't have a choice. Interesting. Cologne isn't cheap, and this brand smelled really fancy. You can get closer, you know, I'm not gonna bite. He lays his arm out, bites out big enough to be close. Yes! 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 It's just obvious now, but I've already committed. I scooch over a bit and lay my head gingerly on his fluffy arm, letting myself sink against it slowly. What's the fruit in your clone? I can't quite tell. Apricot, one of my favorites. Feel his arm move a little, and he pulls me just a bit closer to him. It's okay? Too comfortable to answer, I just nod. He's so warm. Can we get a full art picture, please? I need a thumbnail. I need a new thumbnail. I sneak a glance at the phone, clutching his other paw. It looks like he's tapping on some kind of chessboard. Look down on the blanket beneath us. This would make sense. No, I admit, I had thought it was Diaz at first. Chess, huh? Are you good? He shakes his head, still focused on the screen. His whiskers tickle my face lightly. Not literally. I'm on the college team, but my teammates are all crazy good. Chess team too, huh? I played a ton as a kid. Didn't really like it at first, but for some reason it's pretty popular in my school right now. I don't know much about the game, so I just nod. Neither of us seem to mind the silence anyway. Hunter is focused on his game, and I'm cozy enough not to care. Time passes blissfully, helped along by the soft music. Can we get a full art picture, please? Please! I'm so in GTA. Eventually, Hunter lets out a deep sigh and shifts slightly. Well, that was a bust. Shifts as well, and slowly sit up. Before getting the urge to stretch. Tough match? He nods. Made too many mistakes early on, it happens. Suddenly, he sits up and sniffs the air, tail wagging. I wonder what's for dinner. My stumble rumbles in response. My stumble? I remember I hadn't eaten anything at all today. I guess I don't know what dinner plans are. It's not like we can order out. Want to go downstairs and check? Maybe we can grab a snack or two? Sounds good. Hunter leaps to his feet, windmilling his right arm and winking at me. Damn, your head was great at cutting off my circulation. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Hey, I'm just kidding. Besides, I was the one who offered. Why didn't we get a full art? No! Thanks for hanging with me. Even a playful swan in the arm, I'm able to hold back a smile. Come on, I want to see what they're up to downstairs. I stand up with a renewed source of energy, recharging with Hunter was exactly what I needed. Lead the way. Hunter and I ran into Theo on the way downstairs. Oh, Leo, I'm getting your air mattress set up right now. Sorry about the wait. I meant to do this earlier, but I just haven't had time to think today. If you don't mind, I think I'll get you settled in the den. You can close the doors and get some privacy when you want. That sounds great, Theo. Thank you. Hey, tell you what. If you guys want, we can head down to the kitchen. There's snacks in the pantry and beer in the fridge. I still need to figure out what dinner will look like, so please help yourselves for now. You hear a word of excitement and the sound of the fridge door closing. Sounds like someone got into the stash already. Starry-eyed Rafi appears at the foot of the staircase, canned drinks in one arm and an assortment of colorful chip bags in the other. Yo, you didn't tell me you had all these cool flavors of soda and chips. I can't pick. His puppy eyes come out again. Theo sighs, and he can't hold back a smile. Oh, feel free to try them all. I've been having trouble getting through my hoard of junk food anyway. Rafi's tail starts wagging faster, if that was even possible. Whoa, really? There's no way you can finish these by yourself. You can tell Hunter was in the snacks too. I'm still very sad about not getting the freaking art for that. I'm still extremely depressed. I'm sure there's more than enough for all of you. Why don't you guys hang out a bit more while I figure out dinner? Thank you, Theo. I love you. Whoa. Rafi bounds up the stairs in a flash. Sweet, thanks, Theo. Hunter does a two-fingered salute to Rafi before hopping up the stairs after Rafi. What? Though Theo shakes his head, his smile on swishing tail reveal that he's quite pleased at Rafi's and Hunter's indulgence. Turn to face me again. Am I going to join them, Leo? Nah, I think I'll hang out in the kitchen and wait for dinner. I don't really want to fight these two for snacks anyway. I have a sneaky suspicion I'd lose. You say so, I'll go fetch you your air mattress and get it set up. It'll be just a minute. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Theo. My pleasure. We pass one another and I head off to the kitchen, bringing a quiet sigh of relief. Normally I'd be anxious in a situation like this, depending on the generosity. Meeting new people in an unfamiliar place. But Theo's... something about him puts me at ease. Maybe it's the sense that he really didn't expect anything in return. In the way he talks, he makes it like I'm doing him a favor by staying here. Who is this? Just random people on the walls. The kitchen is spacious but comfortable, lived in, but not cluttered or claustrophobic. Eyes are immediately drawn to the big windows looking out into the small backyard space. Oh, they would be showing off the backyard if the snow and ice hadn't rendered them almost fully opaque. I settled down at the big kitchen table and watched the weather try to get in. Frosty fingers sliding down the fragile panes of glass. It isn't long before Theo comes back into the act with two folding chairs and starts to set them up. As I watch him work, I absentmindedly rub the old table surface. My paws find a curve and divots and press into the wood. Trace the path of what feels like a cursive letter T, then an H. Peering more closely, I see the tattoo marks of many words, crisscrossing and folding over one another across the matte surface. Yeah, those are what you think they are. He cracks open a beer as he talks. This is my aunt's house. Growing up, I used to do my homework at this very table. I would always press down really hard when doing cursive, and the pencil marked up the surface of the paper. My mind drifted back to the photo on the stairwell. Feeling an older actor talks. He sits down in a seat across from me. The old wooden chair produces a loud creak. But that was centuries ago. Of course, I understand kids these days aren't learning cursive anymore. Kids these days? Just kidding, right? Theo's eyes twinkle mischievously, also clearly watching me for a reaction. Hey, I still had to learn it. It turned out to be useless, of course, but I bet I spent just as much time on it as you did. And a fat lot of good it did us. I always thought it was a waste of time, too. Theo snaps his fingers and stands again. Right, dinner. Can't expect anyone to be happy with just soda and chips. Let's see. He starts rummaging through the fridge and cupboards. I hope simple food is okay with you. I'm decent in the kitchen, but at that moment, Artemis walks carefully through the doorway. 3 paper bags balanced precariously in his grip. He has the juggling skills of an experienced waiter. What's all this? Some groceries for my place. No point in letting it rot. Right. Oh, right. Yeah, you can find room in the fridge. Wherever you can find room in the fridge. Artemis nods at me in greeting, and I begin rummaging in the bags. Green vegetables, fresh herbs, a bag of apples. Good timing, too. I was just starting to prep for dinner. Artemis shakes his head, his eyes fitting around the kitchen. No, I expect you to let me cook tonight, Theo. It's the least I can do to repay you. Theo blinks, somewhat taken aback. For a moment, he was about to object. Then he breaks into a warm smile and settles back into his chair with a leather creak. That's an offer I'd gladly accept. To be honest, cooking for 6 was the one thing I was worried about. I make a mean dinner for one, but anything past that, he chuckles softly, shaking his head. Where do you keep your spices? The bird pulled a couple containers out of the smallest bag, garlic powder, paprika, pepper, and a few others that I didn't recognize. Feel pang of guilt at the sight. If I hadn't been ready to leave town, I'd have some food to contribute too. He's here. Is he wearing a different shirt? Am I crazy? I am crazy, yeah. Just as Theo starts to answer, Hunter strides into the kitchen, an open chip bag in one paw and phone in another. He walks to me and holds out both. Here, Leo, put your number in. I'm starting a group chat. Also, have a chip if you want. Oh, sure, no problem. As I start typing my number, he turns to Theo and rattles the bag. These things are amazing, Theo. You gotta tell me where you get them sometime. Theo gives him a thumbs up and takes another swig of his beer. I hand Hunter back his phone. I'm honestly not sure how much of a group chat will get used, but whatever. You two as well. I mean, we'll be stuck in the same house. Do we really need a group chat? Why not? Just in case. Here, Theo. As soon as Theo finishes, Hunter plucks the phone out of his paw and walks it over to Artemis. Come on, please. Artemis takes the phone after a long moment of Hunter waving it in his face. Just please don't message it without a good reason. I hate getting tons of notifications. I can tell, because you are goth and emo Mordecai. Yeah, I hear ya. Anyway, let me go find Ollie. He marches out of the room in a considerable clip. Clip? Does he always move that fast? He could give Ruffy a run for his money. Now, 30 seconds later, all our phones buzz. Artemis lets out a theatrical sigh. What did I just say? Theo and I laugh in unison. Bert shakes his head disapprovingly and resumes rifling around the fridge. Hey, Artemis. I could give you a hand if you want. I realize 6 is a lot of people to cook for. He regards me for a split second, then shakes his head. It's really no problem. I like to cook. You can just sit and relax. Oh. Okay. Do I want to cook with emo goth Mordecai? Or chill with the Arctic Fox guy? I'm guessing this is another romance route. I don't want to romance either of them. I have my route that I wish to go. And he's not an option. Where's the third option? Go with Hunter. I guess I'll cook with Artemis. Oh really, I insist. I'm no world-class chef, but I cooked a thing or two in my time. I wince as soon as the words leave my mouth, bracing for a quip from Theo. In your time? How does that make me then? Feeling a little more comfortable, I fire back. Yes, we know, Theo, you're ancient. Theo shoots me a look of mock indignation. Well, it sounds like you two youngsters have this sorted then. Stifles a yawn with one paw, stretching the back of his neck with the other. He stands to stretch, sweater rippling nicely over his broad shoulders. Why are you licking his sweater? I think that's my cue to tend to the greenery. More fitting job for a geriatric old fox like me. Okay, greenery. Artemis speaks, and the fridge replies. Talking about the house plants, that really livened the place up, especially during winter. My eyes shift to a conspicuous plant on a nearby side table. Alright, of course. Artemis sticks his head back out of the refrigerator for a moment. Never had much of a green thumb myself, but I know they look well cared for. I swear I could see the slightest tint of pink on Thea's cheeks, clearly not expecting a compliment. Oh, thanks. Anyway, I'll let you two cook in peace now. Theo leaves the kitchen, beer in paw. I direct my gaze back to Artemis, who was already peeling carrots at lightning speed. Hold on, wait, I'm supposed to be helping. Well, you and the old man seem pretty occupied. I'm not complaining. It's good of you to respect your elders. Here. The J hands me a large pot. Boil some water, will you? Nah, something I could do well, thank God. Of course, what is it for? Miss turns to reply before finishing the carrots. Potato puree. If you want to start peeling them too. Puree? You mean like mashed potatoes? Grins at me and starts as he starts peeling the potatoes. My first Artemis smile, directed only at me. Sardonic, sure. Teasing? Yes. Handsome? Absolute. No? Pass. 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 Super pass on freaking Mordecai. Yes, but let's call it something fancy. It'll taste better that way. So, am I just like... Do I really want to stick with this guy? Now that I think about it, I should go back so I can save the option here. There we go. Now, cook with Artemis, and I go forward. Okay. Sure, but let's call it something fancy. It'll taste better that way. If his speed in the kitchen is any indication, it seems like Artemis's cooking experience far surpasses my own. I nod and begin filling the pot with water from the sink as I start to move it over to the stove. I feel the bird's sharp gaze over my shoulder. Is this enough? No, a little more. The water has to cover all the potatoes while they're boiling. I top off the pot a little more, then move it to the stove. With some fiddling with the knobs, the stove light turns on, and I move back to the counter to start peeling the potatoes. I do my best, but it's admittedly been a while, and the potato peeler keeps slipping. Decent, but try to do it like this. He holds out his talons and a peeler, and I hand it to him. I watch in awe as he picks up one of the largest, lumpiest potatoes and obliterates it in a few smooth strokes. See? Faster, right? He picks up another large one and strips it in no time at all. Maybe there's something else I can help you with? Maybe. Here. To my surprise, the bird grabs a bowl of sauce, gives it a few good mixes with a wooden spoon, then holds it out in front of me. Where'd the sauce come from? Did I miss a line of dialogue? Give this a taste. Let me know if it sucks. What is it? It's a spicy honey glaze. It'll go with the carrots after they roast in the oven. I lean in to lick the spoon, feeling a little silly. It's delicious, it's hard to explain, but it definitely tastes more complex than just some spicy honey. There are so many herbs that I can't pick out in the mixture, but they come together in a perfect blend of savory, sweet, spicy goodness. Artemis, this is amazing. He shrugs and grabs another spoon to taste himself. Face crunches in thought for a moment. Nah, it sucks. Grabs 2 containers from the spice rack and shakes a little bit of it each into the bowl. Use more salt and chili powder. He goes in for another taste and nods to himself this time. A lot better, see? Build out the spoon for me. Does this even count as helping? I taste this version of the sauce, and it's somehow even better. The spice is more distinct, but doesn't overpower the sweet tones from the honey. No, yes, but I like the first one too. The Flash Artemis sets down the bowl, grabs the potatoes he prepared, and moves to the stove. Changes are subtle, but they'll make a difference in the final dish. Also, he turns back to me, the sarcastic smile is back. Uh-oh. Chef, any idea why the water isn't boiling? Step over to the stove. I swear I turned it on. Definitely feel the heat from the stove, but the water was far from boiling. In fact, it was just sitting there. Then I look over to the switches and realize, oh, I'm an idiot. I turned on the wrong burner. Sorry, Artemis. I quickly turn a few more knobs to remedy my mistake. How on earth did I manage to screw up boiling water? Here, let me. Flips the knob back to the original orientation, then just moves the pot to the already hot burner, dropping the potatoes in gently and covering the pot. It's fine. Boiling water can be complicated for the uninitiated. And really, don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. He chuckles to himself as he takes a large container out of the fridge. I've been known to do that myself every once in a while. Artemis being anything less than flawless in the kitchen was hard to imagine, truthfully. But then that made me feel a little less stupid. Anyway, I'm going to start preparing the sea bass. If you want to grab the salad mix out of the fridge and the dough for the breadsticks, we can get started on those too. He's making a 5-course meal in the old dude's kitchen. What are we doing? Sea bass? Breadsticks? I didn't realize he was making a 3-course meal. Yeah, what is he doing? What are we doing? I'm lost. I'm really lost. Help? Help? Sure thing. Open the fridge and find the salad mix and dough without too much difficulty. I placed a bag of salad on the counter and start reading the instructions on the dough can. Shame about the canned dough. I usually make them fresh. Hold on, wait. You're throwing this entire meal together for us with multiple courses in a snowstorm, and you're worried about some dough? No excuse for bad food. They taste better when I make them fresh. Well, yeah, I'm sure, but you're already doing so much. I gestured to the organized chaos on the kitchen counter. We're lucky to have you cooking for us, Artemis, and I promise you, no one is going to complain with that the dough wasn't homemade. His gaze flits over to the oven again and lingers for a moment. Finally, he nods, as if making some internal decision. Fair enough. Can't blame for others' bad taste. I'll bake you some good ones sometime, from scratch. No. Stop blushing, I don't like it. Stay away from me, you know what? Wait about what I got. I would love that. They preheat the oven and start preparing the breadsticks. My thoughts catch up with me. Oh, this is happening so fast. Less than 24 hours ago, I was on my way out of this place. I was excited to file onto a plane and leave the frozen city behind. Less than 24 hours ago, I was gearing up for another quiet night alone in my dusty apartment, just me, my phone, and my endless rolling thoughts. And now I have future plans to bake with Artemis and Ralphie, and I still have so much. And Ralphie and I still have so much more to catch up on. I'm definitely see Hunter around too. It's almost surreal. I'm brought back to reality by the oven beeping, ready for the bread. We are cooking right now, Leo. Now is not the time to space out. I'm gonna toss these in the oven. Do you need anything else? I look over at Artemis. And wait, how long was I daydreaming for? He already has 10 sea bass fillets scored, seasoned, and laying on a baking pan next to the oven. He's carefully placing carrots in a heated frying pan to saute them. This is so much food. Where was he keeping it all? Why does he have all of this ready? The sea bass is ready to bake, and the carrots will be ready for glazing soon. Leo, get your head in the game. I quickly place the breadsticks in the oven, and Artemis follows with the sea bass. And some other container? What's the mystery pan? Oh, nothing. It's just a sweet treat for us after dinner. He really was making a 3-course meal. What? I made a 3-course meal with Emo Mordecai. What? What am I playing again? Hello? I can make the salad pretty quickly if you want to take a break. Take a break? I feel like I've barely done anything. Artemis blinks at me after taking a moment to look me in the eye. You did the breadsticks and the water, mostly, and you kept me company. And you did 200 other things. I guess a small smile out of him. Okay, fine, you can mash the potatoes then. Finally, something I couldn't mess up, at least. Probably not. Artemis strains potatoes from the pot and tosses them back in, lowering the heat. He drizzles in a little cream, tosses in a knob of butter, and sprinkles a variety of spices into the pot, then hands me the potato masher. Have at it, chef. Really fuck him up. I have at it, getting the potatoes smooth and creamy as they blend into the ingredients into the pot. Artemis makes the salad in record speed while tasting and spoon feeding little bits of the mash every few minutes. Adjusting the seasoning is necessary. The oven alarm goes off again, indicating the breadsticks are done. First course is ready. The base and dessert will take a bit longer. You finish up. I have to glaze the carrots and clean up. At that moment, Theo walks back into the kitchen, black nose twitching as he takes in the delicious smell of dinner. Phew, it smells good in here. Did y'all make a 3-course meal or something? Artemis did. With your help, of course. I was also in the room, yes. Well, I'm excited to eat. You too. And if I heard you correctly, Artemis, I won't allow it. You cooked, so I'll do the cleaning. It's only fair. Artemis doesn't put up much of a fight. Hey, no complaints here. Anyway, the food's pretty much ready. Theo, would you mind helping me set up the table? Consider this for a moment. Suppose we don't have all the seats in the same place at the same time, but it would be nice. Well, this is my house, and I say we do have to. Theo says playfully, a twinkle in his eye. At least for the first night. Up was all settling with each other. Artemis nods in response. Agreed. Theo, would you mind fetching the others for dinner? Sure. You have trouble with Ollie, just come get me. I'll extract him from his room. He built quite the nest already. Gotcha. I head up the stairs and towards Ollie's room. I open the door and I peek in and find Ollie still fussing with cables. Still? It's been hours. How much of his stuff did he bring? I knock softly on the door frame and the studious Dino jumps in surprise. Oh, Leo, it's you. Sorry, I was just rearranging some things here. Can I help you? You're fine. I didn't mean to startle you. Artemis is done making dinner and sent me to collect everybody. Oh, Artemis made dinner already? Ollie lets out a bark of laughter, high and clear. Just a few hours in the door, and he's already taking over the kitchen. Isn't it a bit early to... He checks his phone as I shoot up. Oh, wait. I didn't even realize it's so late already. Guess I've been fiddling around up here for a while. He looks around at the messy electronics and wires and seems to remember his shyness. Sorry about the mess. And I know I made a scene earlier and made you and the others carry on my stuff, and demeanor totally changed. The apologies start pouring out of him. I hold up my paws to cut him off. Hey, whoa, it's okay. I don't mind at all. I should be apologizing. I almost dropped that one box. No, it's my fault. I should have just carried it myself. Oh, we both laugh a bit awkwardly at our mutual apology standoff. Well, regardless of whose fault it is, I'd like what I've seen of your setup so far. Any chance you'd let me get a closer look once it's all properly assembled? Ollie brightens immediately. Absolutely. I should be done by tonight. That is if you don't have plans already. My stomach chooses the moment to growl loudly. Apparently I'm focused on dinner first. Ollie's stomach responds and his cheeks go red. Me too. I forgot I hadn't eaten anything today. You should probably eat before you try and eat the bird. I don't think we want Emo Mordecai to be eaten yet. I blink in alarm. Nothing at all? Since this morning? You're going downstairs to eat some dinner right now. I remember with a pang of irony that I also hadn't eaten anything today. Oh, Ollie doesn't need to know that. I have to collect Rafi and Hunter, but I'll see you in the kitchen. Okay. The only thing is, I have to finish up a few things first, or I'll never know where I left off. I'll be done soon, I promise. Okay, you'd better. See you. I leave Ollie to his work and walk down to the hall to Rafi's room. I heard the sound of video games and voices before I even reached the door. Guess they're both here. Yeet. The two of them are sprawled in front of the TV, Rafi hunched over his controller. What's the TV standing on? It looks like it's just on the ground. Hunter spread out flat on his belly, foot paws kicking in the air. Looks like they're playing a racing. Oh my god, he lays down. He sits the same way I do. Perfection. Devious smile spreading across my face. I call loudly from the doorway. Don't mess up. Rafi yelps and jumps, clearly at an impressive height, and his cart flies right off the map into the abyss. Leo, that's not fair. No, that doesn't count. Hunter bursts into raucous laughter as he crosses the finish line and triumphant music plays. I dodge a hastily thrown pillow, holding back to go with myself. It's dinner time, you guys. Artemis made food for all of us. Oh, sick. Raccoon pulls himself off of the floor and discards his controller. What did he make? Whole 3-course meal. You'll see him when we get down there. What are we standing here for? Let's go! We make another stop at Ollie's room to remind him about dinner. And then all four of us start heading to this kitchen, following our noses and growing stomachs, enjoying the smell wafting through the house. I should eat something as well. But not right now, I'm invested. The cavalry has arrived. Artemis looks up from the stove, scans down the line until he sees Ollie, then nods. Son, thank you. There you all are. Perfect timing. Main course is ready. Here, line up with plates and I'll serve you. Plate by plate, Artemis creates a gorgeous-looking dishes for everyone, and before long, all 6 of us are sitting around the kitchen table taking in. There's so many characters on the screen. Can you, move to the middle, please? My bad. Artemis, this is delicious. It's decent, but I'll do better tomorrow night. Artemis looks pointedly at Theo. You'll let me cook tomorrow too, right? Theo laughs, covering his mouth with a paw and waits to finish chewing. Artemis, you are free to come make dinner for me whenever you like. Easy there, Grandpa. That was an open invitation. I take a moment to look around the table with my new housemates. Well, you can basically see the stars in Rafi's eyes as he shovels down his food. As I expected, he still eats like a maniac. Hunter, however, is giving him a serious run for his money. The two of them create an honestly hilarious to below. both so intense and focused on their dinner. Tonto giggles a raccoon stuffs a particularly large piece of fish into his mouth. Hey, what are you laughing at, Leo? Nothing, it's just fun to watch you two eat. Agreed. You haven't got anywhere to be, you know. Take your time, savor it. Ruffy and Hunter shake their heads in unison and return to their serious work. Looking over at Ollie, I can see that he's also enamored, but in a different way. The dino's eyes are soft and thoughtful as his lips curl into a slight smile as he takes a small, deliberate bite. What? Okay. Yeah, he is the type to do that. I'm still surprised that I was scared of the dino. I'm not scared of the dino anymore. That's for sure. Why are people sending me messages? I know his expression well. If he were a cat, he'd be purring loudly right now. I get it. At the moment, I'm starting to hold back my own purrs. Theo seems ecstatic, but in his usual quiet way. Get that feeling he's enjoying the company more than the food. Despite his cold veneer, Artemis's eyes are flicking around the table, clearly gauging everyone's reactions. Purposely reach out and take another breadstick, looking right at him the whole time. He rolls his eyes at me, but I get a smile anyway. I take a comically large bite. The dough is soft on top and lightly crispy on the bottom. Perfect accomplishment to finish the rest of the meal. That's an accompaniment. Let me drink more water. Oh god. I just realized I've been recording this part for an hour and 20 minutes. Great Scott, I still have an hour and a half that I can still record. But, Lord, am I hungry. Stop sending messages. Dinner progresses with a little talking, all of us firmly occupied with our plates. As things start to wind down, Artemis sits down his fork and stands. You all better have room for dessert. I didn't slave away over a hot stove for my work to go unappreciated. Everyone was surprised. Desserts? I have never seen someone so excited in my life. Artemis gets up and makes his way to the oven. He swings it open carefully, and we're all greeted with the smell of warm salads. English, hello? And we're all greeted by the warm sense of cinnamon and vanilla. I can practically feel the table vibrate with anticipation as Artemis extracts the dish and brings it to us. He sets it down, but before anyone moves, he speaks up. Hold up now, don't get any ideas. I have to grab the glaze first. Notice a small pot still simmering on the stove. He uncovers it, brings it over, and starts drizzling the sticky glaze over the dessert. Then he sets the pot down and starts dividing the dessert into slices. A thump sound breaks the silence, and we look over to Roppy, whose tail is beating against the seat in anticipation. The table breaks out in laughter, minus Roppy, still laser focused on Artemis' movements. Bert smiles and generously gives him the first plate. So we have a pretty simple bread pudding for dessert, topped with a sweet bourbon drizzle. I don't do desserts super often, but I hope this is decent. Artemis' introduction is interrupted by a gasp from Roppy. This is so yummy! Seems like you have your verdict, Artemis. Let's eat before it gets cold. Some light chatter happens during dessert, but everyone is mostly focused on the sugary goodness that Artemis put together. It really is the perfect ending to a satisfying meal. After a few more minutes of conversation, folks start to peel off. Theo gets up first to collect everyone's plates, currently shooing Artemis away from when he inevitably tries to help. The Blue Jay is the next to bail, Ollie trailing close behind him, both of them engrossed in their phones. Hunter lets out a yawn and does a huge full-body stretch, filling what seems like most of the kitchen with his arms. Yes! Yes! I think I might go lay down. Take me with you. Hunter nudges Roppy gently, but it looks like he has already fallen asleep in his chair, a soft, content smile on the puppy face. Huh? I'm headed upstairs. You coming? Roppy nods drowsily and gets up, playfully leaning on Hunter as they leave the table. Hunter calls back to the kitchen. Have a good night, y'all. Both Theo and I call back to him, sending him and Roppy off. Then Theo turns to me. You done with your plate, Theo? That Thea, huh? Thea, huh? I need eye drops so I can relearn how to read. Hmm? Oh yeah, I think so. You want some help with the dishes? Nope, not at all. I like doing them. Give you time to think. Feel free to entertain yourself however you wish. I'm giving the rest of the night off. Leo chuckles at his own joke as he starts loading plates into the dishwasher. Stand up slowly, feeling warm and pleasantly full. Outside, the wind howls and beats at the windows. Snow still hasn't stopped. I wasn't quite ready for bed, but it seemed like Ruffy and Hunter were both calling it a night. What's left? Artemis and Ollie? I wondered what each of them is up to. No! I can't choose Hunter! No! My worst nightmare! No! Ollie, I guess. He's like the only one I haven't hung out with. I decide I'm due to spend some time with Ollie, and as I enter the living room, I run into him. He's standing in the middle of the room, lost at his phone, not quite blocking the path, but not out of the way either. He must be really absorbed in something. Hey! Try my best not to startle him, but fail anyway. Oh! I'm sorry, I'm totally in your way. Let me move. No, you're good. I want to talk to you, actually. What are you up to? Nothing really. Just scrolling. I know what you mean. Yeah. Hey, do you have any plans for tonight? Ollie fiddles with his phone, spinning it between his claws so fast, I'm afraid he'll drop it. No. That was sort of what I was thinking about. No, you want to show me a desktop setup? Like we were talking about earlier? Dino flushes a little. His eyes wandering around the room. The twirling phone starts to spin faster. Well, yes, I do, but there were a lot of things to do, and I got a little sidetracked. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll do that tomorrow, or whenever. No pressure. Ollie makes eye contact, then. He stops spinning his phone, and like clockwork, begins to shovel his feet. I still have my laptop, though. We could watch something? One of my favorite YouTube channels always updates today, and I was going to watch the new episode, so if you're interested in that, then... Hey, who is he subscribed to? Is she subscribed to me? Is he a Stopper fan? The words spill out of his mouth in a jumble, almost as if he's afraid he won't get them out in time. Sure, that sounds fun. The phone buzzes in my pocket and a thought occurs to me. As long as you don't mind if I answer some messages during... Now that news has spread about the storm, I should probably let people know I'm okay. Notice all these those notifications are just from Ruffy and Hunter blowing up the group chat. No, that's totally fine. I always do other stuff while I'm watching too. So it's just kind of on in the background a bit. But I promise it's funny. I really like the hosts. He's not subscribed to the Stopper. No! Either way then. Oh right. Sorry. He leads me up to the stairs and down the left path to his room, hesitating for a moment at the door. Sorry again about the mess. Ollie opens the door and heads in first, kicking aside discarded clothes on his way to the bed. I follow, getting a closer look at the room now that he's had more time to set it up. I just realized that I didn't grab the option to, go with Artemis, so let me go and grab that real fast. And we're back. The guest bed is in a significant disarray, with most of its expanse taken up by the largest laptop I have ever seen. I can see the famous desktop sitting under a nearby table with 3 expansive and no doubt expensive monitors crowding the surface. A thicket of different colored cables covering the remaining space, their disconnected ends gathered in a pile on the floor. Question. What do you do for work? What is your job? Are you a streamer? Probably. That tracks. Ollie would have bad cable management. I'll finish setting it up tomorrow, and then you can see it then, but, is it cool if we use my laptop for tonight? Didn't you ask that already? Yeah, of course, I don't mind. I like this music. The music's always so good. Oh, okay, thanks. Ollie scoots the computer over long enough to sit down and opens it up. You should be able to see it from here. Past the empty space next to him with a clock, Simon played his demeanor. plop myself down onto the comfortable bed and slide up to the headboard so I can see the screen. My eyes widen involuntarily at the sight. Computer desktop can get a little cluttered, but always looks like a 52 pickup game at the scene of a car crash. He didn't even seem to notice it, however. His practiced claws, pick needles out of the haystack, and in seconds the video is open and the theme is playing. Hey, you mind if I open some other windows too? Normally I have 3 monitors to work with, but gestures to the tech pile on the nearby desk. Fine with me. And watch with growing awe as he arranges 2 other browser windows with their own muted videos playing. What looks like a turn-based RPG which he leaves running in the background, and finally fishes his phone out of his pocket to boot up some sort of card game. Suddenly I feel very old and very slow. He has a slow attention span. Alright, what, a slow attention span? Hello? Hello? Is volume high enough for you? What? I realized I hadn't been paying any attention to the video at all. From its spot in the top right corner of the screen, it looks like someone is drawing something, some kind of art show? Yes, it's fine. So what's the prompt? Didn't you hear the intro? My eyes drift back over to the RPG as it plays itself. Bright characters with shining weapons dashing across the screen to slay enemies. No, actually, sorry. Holly laughs, a high-pitched sparkling sound, words different from his usual muted voice. He turns to me with a huge toothy smile. That's okay, I'll start it over. I'm not sure how much that will help. There's not much going on that it's really hard for me to focus on anything. There's so much going on. But I nod anyway. I just realized, is he watching Good Mythical Morning? He could be watching Good Mythical Morning. I need to get back into watching Good Mythical Morning. I started watching it a bit ago. I need to watch the new episodes. It felt nice to make Ollie laugh. I realize it is nice to see him start to open up like this, even if I have to work to keep him up with him. I guess I could ask him to explain some of this stuff. He might enjoy talking about it. Do you mind telling me more about this YouTube channel? Sure. They're professional artists, and they take prompts from viewers to draw certain things. They are not Good Mythical Morning. And the kind of prompts they take vary wildly, too. Like, this week they're drawing characters based off different kinds of flowers. What? So, are they going to draw a flower from BFDI? But last week, they did a more serious art challenge where they picked one color and tried to make paintings using only shades of that color. Color box? Just straight up color box? I learned a ton about color theory and different kinds of values, and the final pieces were all really cool. Sounds hard. I've done a bit of drawing over the years, but I never get very good at it. Are you an artist? Oh no, God no, definitely not. I can't draw to save my life. I mean, I think it might be cool, but... He drops his gaze back to his phone game. Nah, I just don't think I'd be any good at it. And it's probably too late to start now. Too late. Anyways, wrong character voice. Anyways, I mostly like their banner. I love listening to good friends shoot the shit, you know? That's my first time, that's the first time he's cursed. I thought he was gonna be one that doesn't curse. False. Totally. My favorite broadcasts are just buddies sitting at a table and talking. He nods enthusiastically, not engrossed in his phone game. What you playing? Oh, it's a deck builder roguelike. I like it because it kind of strips the genre down to its basics, so the games are comparatively quick. And I love the art style too. They hired a ton of really different and talented artists to design them, so each card choice you make feels really impactful and important. Cool, how do you play? Well, first you pick your starting cards. You only get 12 and you can't double up, so you really gotta think about your strategy ahead of time. Once you do that, then you venture into the first view of the level of the dungeon, which is always the same layout. It starts to get randomized after the second. I am very quickly realizing how open and verbose Ollie can be when he talks about something he loves. Part of me wants to interrupt him with questions, but I don't want him to climb up again. It's really sweet how passionate he is. Yeah, look at his eyes. His eyes are glowing. Okay, I like him. I like him. I thought I was gonna be scared. I thought I was gonna be scared, but I like him. I like him. I like him. Stop messaging me. Fine, they get a picture of Ollie. So you fight usually a random drawn hand using a random drawn hand of 6 cards. Obviously, each card does different things, but only has a certain number of uses. And when those are up, then you lose it for the rest of the run. But whenever you finish a fight, you get a choice of 3 random booster packs, each of which have 3 cards to put into your side deck. Side deck? I'm sorry. The person I said to called him Monty for security breach, and now I can't unsee it. No. Oh no. He looks hella like Monty. But okay, I read that already. Now, the side deck is obviously very important because it's the only way you can keep your most powerful cards in your hand when you need them. Similar to the main deck for each fight you are dealt. You stop mid-sentence, seemingly realizing how much and how quickly you've been talking. Sorry, you didn't even hear all that. If you're interested, you can just play the tutorial. It'll do a much better job at explaining than I did. You're fine, Ollie. I think I actually caught up most of it as well. Well, maybe half of it. Give me the title and I'll download it later, okay? Okay. Oh no! No! I made him sad. He's Oh no. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, he's better now. By the way, I just wanted to make sure. You okay with me calling you Ollie, right? Ollie's face creases with worry again. I mean, yeah? You know, like I said, it's different if it's you. He turns red. Because you're my age. And I mean, you're obviously not gonna judge me, I don't know. I get that feeling about you. But Theo, I don't know. He just seems so much older and more mature. Sorry, people keep messaging me. It just makes me anxious. Like I said earlier, it's a childish nickname, so... Looking at his dejected face, I decided to push back gently. And like I said earlier, I think it's cute and not childish at all. His blush turns up to 11. Yee. See, if I, didn't have set profile pictures... if I didn't just have my profile pictures as my characters, then I would definitely, change my freaking profile picture every day to one of my favorite characters. You're just saying that. And anyways, that's kind of the issue. Look, it's really not a big deal. Like I said, I don't mind if you call me that. Let's just talk about something else, please. Sure, totally. I'll have to ask you about that again later. For now, it's time to change the subject. So, what's this game? Point at the RPG. Oh yeah, sorry about that. It has a daily reward mechanic, so I've just gotta keep it running on auto battle so I get my dailies. What did I just see? I got a notification from a server I'm in. And it's Mass Severity saying It's freaking Verity saying hi, Daddy. Oh god. Oh, my problem is that I like all the characters, so I want to keep them all high level, but I keep running out of XP items. Oh, it's one of those games. What are they called again? Gotcha. You flush it slightly and fiddles with the trackpad. I think I know they're like a scam, basically, built to trick kids into microtransactions, etc., etc. But this one is really well designed and has like War and Peace levels of lore. And you don't need to pay real money to get everything. It just takes longer, and I actually like that because I can keep going. I can keep it going in the background if I'm bored. Hey, no shade. I like Neo Critters for the Neo Critters instead of Neopets. Funny. For the longest time, so I've got no time to judge. Is it called Neo Critters? Is that a different game? What? There's character designs. Am I lost? Ollie's disdain is so immediate and so earnest that I can't help but laugh. His blush deepens. Oh, he hates it. Sorry, I try to control myself, but like, Neo Critters? That just means we both have bad taste. I can live with that. He smiles, once again, showing off his assortment of incisors. Like, Jesus Christ. I think he's chubby. He looks chubby. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm very lost. Me too. My phone buzzes and I suddenly remember my other messages, so I should probably answer those now. Don't want people to start getting worried about me. I begin sifting through the questions and well wishes. Family, college, friends, one or two old co-workers. Surprising number of people had reached out. The news of the snowstorm must have made it to some major news station. I really had expected it to just be Rafi and Hunter. I mean, of course it was them to some extent. Our group chat was starting to look like a gift warehouse, but, we're feeling the unexpected from my core. Sometimes you get how many people out there care about you. Who are you talking to? If you don't mind me asking. Just some old folks. Just letting folks know I'm alright. And that I found somewhere to stay. I was just thinking how nice it is that they messaged me. It reminds me that I do have friends, even if they don't live here. Yes, it is nice, isn't it? He looks down and twiddles with his thumbs for a moment. I've never in my life seen someone actually twiddle their thumbs. It suits him. I met almost all my friends online. They live all over the place. Though, except for Artemis, of course. I probably wouldn't be in this nice warm room if not for him. What do you mean? Well, this is embarrassing, but when Theo first came to my door, I didn't answer. I don't like opening the door to strangers. Whenever the doorbell rings unexpectedly, I just kinda freeze up. But Artemis knew I was still in there, so he came back with Theo and knocked until I opened up. He was pretty mad, especially when she realized a cold had gotten in my apartment. I don't do very well with cold weather. I mean, I manage. Couldn't live here otherwise, but without power, I think I would have been in real trouble if I hadn't been there. That reminds me, how did you two meet? I can't help but be curious. You seem like such unlikely friends. Well, we met in college, actually. We both went to school in the area. I think it was junior or senior year. My roommate was out, so I had the dorm room to myself for the night. Around 3 in the morning, I heard someone banging on the door and shouting, so I went to check it out. See anyone in the peephole. Turns out Artemis was sitting up against the door. So when I opened it, he kinda just fell in the room. Holly shakes his head, smiling softly. His voice takes on a new tone, smoother, less nervous. Sounds like a completely different person. He was so fucking smashed, he didn't even realize he was on the wrong floor. I explained it to him and everything, but he wasn't really in any state to leave. So I sat him up in a chair and brought him some water. We talked for hours. Well, I guess it was mostly him talking, but that was fine by me. I wanted to hear about him. He was surprisingly coherent. Told me about his music and tried to play more or me some. We couldn't get his phone to work. He kept dropping it on his lap. In his lap. We talked as the sun came up. And by then, he was feeling okay enough to walk, so we could go get coffee. It was honestly a real magical night. Maybe more for me than for him. When I talked to him about it later, he said he spent the rest of that day in bed with a nuclear hangover. He even draped a black blanket over the window to keep the light out. Well, I fell silent for a moment, lost in the warm memories. I kept quiet too, not wanting to interrupt him. A few moments I speak up. It's a really nice story. It's hard to believe it, though. Based on how well he looks, I mean, somehow I can't imagine him being that much of a party dude. By my best efforts, my voice breaks the spell. I probably shouldn't have told you that. He doesn't really like it when I bring up that story. I think he's still embarrassed about it. Alright, but can you just, forget I told you? If that's okay, I mean. Ollie folds back to his usual self as he speaks, his voice circulating along with him. I just find you so easy to talk to that it just kinda slipped out. Yeah, easy to talk to? I guess I didn't interrupt him, but that's just common courtesy. Who keeps sending me Discord notifications? Someone called him Yoshi. Someone called him Yoshi. He's not Yoshi. Hey, it's okay. I understand. We never had this conversation. Thanks. Tiredness suddenly washes over me. It has been a very eventful day after all. Especially after all that cleaning and packing I did yesterday. In preparation for the flight. I yawned real big, remembering at the last second to cover... Jesus. To cover my open mouth with a paw. Tired? Maybe a little. You can go to bed if you want. It's been a long day. I feel bad ditching you, though. It's true. I would. I've been enjoying just sitting with him. My voice is cracking. Hold on. Hold on, I need water. Me. There we go. It's fine. I'm probably not long for this world either. Cold weather makes me sleepy. Okay, I think I'll probably head to bed then. Said gratefully, moving myself off the bed and standing up straight. Good night. Ollie chirps, waving a claw at me, the many windows of his laptop casting dancing lights across his face. Good night, Ollie. With some regret, I turn away and head out of the room. I remember Theo saying I'd be sleeping in the den. Jeez. Theo promised air matches was all set up when I got in there. Okay, we had to move across the entire house. Another thing, I think so far, 2 people have crushes on me. Maybe 3. I don't know about Artemis. I'm just gonna completely ignore emo Mordecai. Oh, there's a picture of his family on there. I can see them. But I wouldn't be mad if I had either Theo or Ollie. Not Theo. Freaking Hunter. Hunter or Ollie. I wouldn't be mad. Theo promised Air Mattress is all set up when I get there. Looks like he also placed a metric ton of extra blankets nearby and moved my travel bag for me. So far, Theo's been an excellent host. I remember to thank him tomorrow. Shut the doors, closing myself off from the rest of the house, and breathe a small sigh of relief. Everyone has been friendly and welcoming, but being so social has been exhausting. And I've had very little time to myself. I yawned once more and fished some pajamas out of my bag. At least I could sleep in tomorrow. An air mattress is an air mattress, but it's not uncomfortable. It's certainly better than my freezing bed back home. Regardless, my body doesn't seem to care. Sleep overwhelms me in an instant. I barely have time to realize I forgot to brush my teeth. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Don't tell me that's the end. Hold on. Though these woods are new and strange, the snowy path I know, where I have walked it miles and miles, with many more to go, with many more to go. Huh? Help? I'm scared? Here the road forks. The left path is well trod, scarred by scores of travelers past. Their paw prints seem familiar. At the end lies a ramshackle house, spent, its windows shattered and gaping. Its walls give no comfort, its hearth no heat. My path is pure, unspoiled, and sustained. It leads further into darkness, to where I cannot know. I shiver, though I feel no chill. What path shall I take? No one mentions will I make. Callous and unheeding, my paws lead me to the right, carrying me as always, ever onward through the night. Turn my head and glimpse over the path I could not take, when my eyes are veiled by shadow and the soiled downy flake. There was never a choice. There's no going back. I know this. Stop on the shore of a frozen lake. The path leads onward at its depths. I feel my knees bend and strike the hard earth, lightly cushioned by snow. It's the icy surface. I see myself, but myself does not see me. I reach out as if to cup my own face, shattering the mirror with a thousand ethereal ripples. Suddenly I'm falling. The water accepts me unconditionally, cold as the memory of winter. As I float near the surface, a shadow passes over me. I see my own face on the other side of the barrier. I look away, afraid to meet my own eyes. I reach out and I simply shrink away. Sink away. Down. Down. Suddenly, I feel myself swallowed in warmth. I'm awake. You're finally awake. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode of Promises to Keep, guys. Oh my god. Am I loving this so far? 2 hours, a 3-hour video, and I don't know how much more there is to it. I love visual novels. I have for a long time. I want to go and play other visual novels that a lot of people like Class of '09. I know that one's got some stuff going on. I haven't seen anything about it, so I'm gonna play it. Gotta play Danganronpa still. I played Danganronpa games. I love all of this. I love games like this so much. This is really fun. This is good. This is good. I'll most likely be back for another part soon. Oh yeah, I can check the gallery. Okay, I can get the thumbnail from here. Perfect. And there he is. Yeah, there's still a lot of pages. If I click next, previous. Yeah, there are still a lot of pictures for me to find. So this is gonna be a long game, guys. And then after I finish going through the story up to whatever point it's at, then I'm gonna go back, play through all of the other choices that I didn't make to get all the pictures and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. They help me out a ton. Follow me on Twitter at Stopperate and join the Discord, link to which is in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.